All right, we are back. We are back here in session 2 of our exciting GaienBerr campaign. Everything happening here in the Broadway Hit Points D&D game. Um, let's begin.
Cue the overture.
Take that, skeletons!
Let's begin with introductions. So, I'm West. I'm the Dungeon Master. Why don't we go Keith next?
All right, I'm Keith. I'm Bart the Basher.
An Elf Fighter. And Seth.
Colker Dirtwood, Halfling Druid, like it says right below there.
Ooh.
And over to Sarah.
Why do we assume people are literate?
There you go. Sarah Zinc Gadinka, Gnome Artificer.
And over to Jamin.
Hi, I'm Jamin. I'm playing Herbert Dankweed, Dwarf Monk.
So, last time we met, we were in the castle, inside the Dwarven castle. And our party had gotten a bunch of quests and then been assigned a red rune quest after completing 3 of them. At which point they started investigating the Dwarven castle, which has been abandoned in Onbeto town. And where we left off was in absolute excitement. Bart the Basher, I think, was bored of not bashing things, and you grabbed a piece of wood from one of the beds. Is that where it came from?
From one of the tables, that's right. That's a slide.
And you slid like a sled down the steps, these sort of steps here in the middle of the room, and you ended up in this room where you could see several grimlocks around about to attack you.
Skeletons?
These are not skeletons, no. These are these sort of sightless, eyeless monstrosities. They look sort of like ogres. They're pretty tall. Each one's about 7 feet tall. They're not wearing armor. They just have a little loincloth that they've made from some probably dire rat. They're gray skinned, enormous mouths with sharp teeth dripping blood, and a sort of bone club with different sort of bones that have been whittled into sharp spikes sticking out of it. So when they hit, they'll do both bludgeoning and piercing damage.
Cool.
Sounds lovely.
Looking at a picture online, they look like the trolls in the dungeon from Harry Potter.
That's exactly.
So it's done with bad CGI?
Yes? And bogeys.
Oh.
Yeah.
Great.
So, what do you think you do first as soon as you see all these Grimlocks, Bart? So you roll down the things on your slide, you come into this sort of cavernous room. There's no light in there at all, but you can see with your night vision about 60 feet. And
Okay.
you can see a number of them around in this room with all these columns. What's the first thing you're going to do?
Okay, I want to roll check for skeletons. I don't know what my my plus is on that, but I rolled a 10.
Add your perception. What happens if you add your perception?
My perception. What the heck? I can't find my perception. Wait. I'm gonna find it. Oh, I have a plus perception, so 11. I thought there might be a minus.
Okay, and what's your intelligence?
My intelligence. Intelligence is -1. So
why don't you roll a d20 and add your intelligence modifier and just tell me what you get.
okay. You mean subtract?
Subtract. Yes.
Oh, I got a 19, so 18.
Okay.
I'm smart.
I think Bart the Basher, SMRT smart, would remember that you see some mining tunnels around you. You in this cavern you're in, there's some different tunnels with some mine carts and some train tracks that you can see. There's 3 of them, and he would remember skeletons were in the mines.
Dun, 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 dun.
while you're having that epiphany, let's
Oh,
move
we're
back
definitely gonna ride that shit.
over here. So I think this is about where you have wound up. Zinc Gadinka, you were up by the beds. You just sort of found out where all these where the dwarves had been sleeping back when this was operational, and Dank and Kulker, you guys were sort of down by the steps. Just tell me in this 6 seconds, while that you see after you see Bart rush down the steps on the slide, what do you guys do?
Wondering if he can handle himself.
Duh.
But I'm going to put my ear down to the top of this the first step and just try to listen as best I can to what's going on.
Okay, so you on this turn, you're gonna just take 6 seconds to just sort of listen to what's happening down there.
Yes.
Okay, and Kulker, what did you say you're gonna do when you see? What do you spend the next 6 seconds doing after you see him go down the steps?
He's kind of wondering, can he handle himself down there? Do we really need to follow him down there and help?
Are you just staying in position, or are you sort of walking around while you think this?
I'm verbalizing that thought.
Can't wait to find out if I bash on your behalf.
Okay, and what do you think you're doing there, Zinkadinka?
So I can't see where we are on the map, so I don't remember what's around me.
So you are, you've come down steps, and you were in sort of the upper floor of the castle. You came down to this barracks place. You saw all these different mattresses and rolls and sleeping barracks around, and you came into this sort of larger room, and the larger room that you found had this sort of large. There's 2 doors on either side that are both closed, and it's pretty much pitch black in there too. But you can see in front of you these sort of steps going down around a kind of well that has a winch attached to it.
And that's not where he went.
That is where he went. So the steps,
okay.
sort of spiral around this opening in the middle that has a winch. You can see at the top some chains leading down to it, and a mechanism by which you could raise it up.
Okay.
How far down is it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
It's about 15 feet down.
I want to go explore the doors on the other side of the room. There's like a little metal, looks like a handle or something.
Yes. Which one are you going to? The one on the right or the one on the left?
I'm going to use my select. Can you see when I do this? No.
No, but I think that might be one thing I've learned is if you put your own character in, you might have more luck than if I put your characters in.
Okay.
So if you move your character in, I think I'll be able to tell.
Okay. Let's go to the one on the right.
On the right?
Yeah.
So on her right, she opens up this door, and what you see is sort of a long room inside of there. And this tiny room has a small desk and several ledgers and scrolls and cabinets. I'll say you have enough if you want to look at any of those. You have enough time to do that.
Okay. Yeah. I would like to look at those scrolls or ledgers.
All right. So as you look at the ledgers, I think one thing that would catch your eye is that the mine has been producing several dozen pounds of mithril every day. And there's also a reference to the dwarves' greatest treasure and numbers which indicate a daily accounting of this dwarven treasure.
Is there any sign that anyone has been here?
No. There's no sign that anyone has been there in at least a couple of years.
Anything else in the room?
No, that's all. That's all that's in the room. There's some chairs and some broken desks.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go out and ask the monk if he could sense. Could you sense any presence here?
Okay, so before you can do that, though, we have to go back down because each one of these you have about 6 seconds for each one of these turns. So I need you to roll initiative, Keith. Bart, let me know what your initiative is here.
Oh, sure. Yeah, no. No worries. 7.
Okay. You're rolling a 7, and let's see. These Grimlocks have an initiative +1. Oh boy. Okay. Oh gosh. Yeah. Okay. And let's see. All right. So, the first thing that happens is that a Grimlock, which seems larger than any of the others, which is sort of down over by, there's a sort of raised platform down there, a sort of stage, if you will, where the dwarven miners might have sort of watched what was going around. There's a Grimlock much bigger, and he actually has some plate mail on him. He starts sort of shouting something in a language you don't understand.
Are they doing hairspray?
Yes. It sounds like...
oh my god, it's Edna Turnblad.
It sounds like hairspray. And he is going to move as well. Let's see. All right. And then he sort of starts conferring with another one you don't recognize. But this guy sort of seems as if maybe he's a shaman. He has a stick that starts glowing brightly. And as it's glowing, he starts chanting in Undercommon. Let's see. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 60. All right. So this guy, as he starts shouting, a spear appears in the air, and this is a sort of glowing, ephemeral, bioluminescent spear, and he throws it towards you. But you're 60 feet away, so you're just far enough for him to get disadvantage. And what's your armor class, Bart?
My armor class is 14.
All right, it does not hit you. So this spear sort of flies through, but it's just far enough away that as it hits you, it sort of breaks against your armor.
Take that, bioluminescent.
Now, before you move, before the 3 other Grimlocks around you start to approach you, you now have a chance to make a decision. What are you going to do?
Well, he was mean to me. I'm going to charge.
Okay. So, you'll notice you have a Grimlock above you, you have a Grimlock to the side, and you have a Grimlock below you. And then about 60 feet away are the stairs are between you, and about 60 feet away you have the Grimlock Chief and the Grimlock Shaman. Which one are you going to charge towards?
Well, can I get to the guy who threw the thing at me without attacks of opportunity?
You can get to him if you charge him without attacking. So if you expend your action to rush, you can rush 60 feet. So you could rush him, but you could not run to him and attack at the same time.
Okay, well then I'm going to do that, but while I'm doing it, I'm going to intimidate them.
Okay.
I'm fourth the pressure!
So this came up with Jamin in the Shears last time, where he totally intimidated the heck out of a bunch of blights. If you want to intimidate, that becomes your action. So you can't charge or attack, but you can choose to just try and intimidate if you would like.
Well, then I'm going to do it poorly.
Okay.
I'll do it out of breath.
All right. So let's see. We've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
But I bit things!
You are screaming as you run towards it. I need you guys now also to roll initiative.
Yeah, you can initiate searching, cleaning your toes,
13.
13.
wondering about past loves.
15.
13.
22.
13, 15, and 22. Okay, hold on.
Wow.
Give me 1 second. 13, 15, 22. Okay. 22, that's great. All right, so 22 is going to go first.
All right. I'm going to go. I guess I'm going to go down the stairs.
Uh-huh.
I guess takes me over to the bottom of the stairs.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And do I have enough space to reach one of these guys? Enough space left to reach one of these guys and stab him?
So can you take? You have a 25 move rate, so they're about 15 feet down. So you could move 10 more feet into the room. So I don't think you could get to one of them, but you could get towards one of them.
Okay. I am there,
Okay.
and I have my dagger out, and I am waving it.
Now you could still
Intimidate him.
You could still throw a ranged weapon if you wanted to try throwing dagger, or you could use one of your spells if you want to as well. You can move in and use the action.
Yeah. I have to remind myself what my spells are.
Mm-hmm.
I will. Yeah, you know what? I will attempt to cast. I will cast Thunder Wave on this guy who is in front of me.
All right. So let's see. You get all of your powers together. This is just a concentration. Just a verbal somatic spell. So you speak, and this thunderous force goes into 15 cube, originating out from you.
Thunder Wave.
The Grim
Yeah.
does not survive the saving throw, so that is going to be successful. He's going to take 2d8 thunder damage. Would you roll 2d8? Tell me what you get.
5.
All right. So he's going to take 5 damage, and this guy's going to be pushed 30 feet away from you. So this guy goes down. It sort of shakes his whole body and rattles his bones as that is happening. And he's moved all the way into these buckets back here. There's a whole lot of crates back there. And he crashes into one that sort of splinters into pieces. And as it splinters into pieces, it reveals a trapdoor underneath it. That was a helpful little trick you did there. All right. Now,
What can I say? I'm good.
what are you gonna do, Herbert?
Have I detected anything from my listening? From a meditative listening.
I would say you heard the lightning bolt, the spear that he fired went away. You heard it hit him, and you definitely heard Bart the Basher screaming. What did he hear again, Bart?
I am, but I'm gonna bash things.
So that may be a clue.
All right. I'm going to take it as my cue to head down the stairs.
All right.
So I'm gonna go down there.
Mm-hmm.
See what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to just pick the one right in front of me. So let's see. Am I able, when going down the stairs, to just head straight over to this guy?
15. You can move 30 feet. So you can't quite get to him. You could get about to here in the room. You couldn't quite get to that guy, but again, you could get there and use a. You would have plenty of time to try the old trusty boomerang.
Oh no!
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna say this one's for Bart, and toss my good old boomerang. I think I've gotten better at it now.
You were practicing this week?
Yeah.
He is also definitely within range, so that's going to be an advantage. So go ahead and tell me how you do with that, old Dank.
All right. So let's see. And what am I adding to this one?
You're going to add +1.
+1? Great. So it's 13.
Oh! It works! Now, this guy... remember, these Grimlocks have no armor. They just have this little...
In the nude.
In the nude, basically, yes. So you throw the boomerang, it goes in, it hits him right in the chest, and it's just sticking out. It does not come back to you this time. And why don't you tell me how much damage you
you broke it.
No, he's just holding it for a while.
Your damage is a 1d4 -1. How does it do?
Oop.
-1.
Listen, I'm helping.
It might be the weakest weapon I've ever heard of. Could like sneeze at him, it'd be more than
2.
that.
I got 2.
All right, there we go. All right, so and your boomerang is now firmly inside of his belly.
All right, I'll get that back.
Only 2 hit points though for a belly, the perforated belly.
Well, I mean,
just wait till I pull it out. There'll be some like blood-letting damage.
That's where most of his fat is. So like this guy is protected.
Hey,
and it's no vital organs.
I feel seen by that comment.
All right, what you gonna do, Zinc? You're in the room. You have, I imagine, come out to talk to the monk, and your dwarf monk at the edge of the stairs ran down before you could say anything to him.
Oh man, so I'm sure that I hear what's going on down there. Yeah,
I would say you heard the sound of "Don't fail me now, trusty boomerang," and then maybe
or Bart.
I'm gonna look in the other room. I'm gonna look in the other room real quick.
Hey.
Oh, Zinc. You break my heart, Zinc.
All right, Zinc.
All right, I have a plan.
So you leave that room. You've come up into this room over here, and what you've noticed in this room that it was a storage room for the mithril ore that you saw before, and it also has a pulley system, but this one is going up towards the floor you had left. So I think, she's pretty smart. Zinc would put together that, below are the mines. They would get the mithril. They would use this sort of pulley system to bring it up to this level, and then they'd bring it into this room, and there was another sort of pulley system to bring it up to the top castle level.
Anything interesting in this room? Any mithril that I can grab?
No, just dust. You can tell that the elves during the war would have taken
dust of my heart, Zinc.
Yeah. Well, speaking.
I was looking for cool stuff. I was looking for cool stuff to help us.
I'm cool stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So now, now while that's going on, all of these other Grimlocks are going to get their attack as well. So, let's see what they do. We have 3 of them here. This one, it runs towards Dank, and it takes its spiked bone club. And it hits you. It's a firm hit. I mean,
no.
It just like smashes you across your face, and it does both bludgeoning and piercing damage. So it's sort of bludgeons you to the side. Yeah, ebony. It does ebony damage. And these spikes, I think, sort of go into your cheek and like rip out some of the skin. And that's going to be 7 hit points taken away from you there.
Woof.
Yeah. And you only have... do you have 19 or 10?
I have 19.
All right, so that takes you down to 12. This guy over here, I think he was knocked prone when you used the Thunderwave Colker and sent him into the barrel. So he sort of stands up and moves a few feet towards you on sort of wobbly legs. And then Bart, this guy runs towards you, sort of shouting something in Undercommon that you can't understand. Does the same thing, tries to get you with its spiked club, but it just totally buffs it. I mean, you sort of move out of the way in some great display of athleticism and elven strength. And,
Yeah.
you know, in like a Matrix slow motion, it sort of goes over your head without you seeing anything. All right, that brings us back to the top. So, what are you gonna do, Colker? You now have the first move.
Okay. I am going to. Let's see. What's my walking speed is 25 feet. So
Yeah,
I
that's
can't
right.
quite that guy. But I can continue going towards him. So
No, you can get there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20.
Okay,
You
oh,
can
okay,
get
great.
to him and attack, yeah.
great. I will get to him and I will attack him with my dagger.
Wait, what about
Alright.
Bart?
Bart, if you want to remember, your initiative was a 5.
So
So
he daggered twice.
we went through it. We will get back to Bart, but they came down, got an advantage of surprise, so they got it. Then the Grimlocks attacked. And now we're gonna go through. Bart, you spend too much time screaming to be fast in the initiative roll.
Name is Bart the Basher, not Bart the Blowhard.
If I knew what that meant, man, I would bash it.
Not Bart the Thinker. All right. Tell me how.
Bart the Smart.
Tell me how your dagger does there, Colker.
Bart.
Okay, I rolled a 5 plus 5 for so 10.
It does not get through. You try to slice him, but he holds the bone club up, and you hit it and sort of scrape upon him. Okay. Curses. What are we gonna do now? So now this Grimlock Shaman has a chance. So this guy down there, not to be outdone, decides to once again use his sort of floating spectral spear. So he forms it in the air, and he ends up shooting it at Bart again. This is a 19 that is gonna hit. It goes right through you, doing 11 points of damage.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I mean, darn. I know what the rules are.
All right, Bart. So that's going to take you from 29 hit points down to 18. All right. So he's up there. This shaman's doing that kind of thing. And then after him, the chief has a go. And the chief comes right at you. He sort of screams with this. He's got a club like the others, but his is even bigger. So if there's sort of a spiked club, he has a spiked great club. So this guy now jumps down off the stage, comes right at you as well, Bart. You're now sandwiched in. You've got one Grimlock on one side. You've got this huge chief on the other side of you. And
Oh, hi. Do you also bash?
he says something in Undercommon. Let's see. So he rolls a 3. Oh, that brings it up to 7. Again, and only the shaman is getting the tank here. You sort of move out of the way of the great, or maybe you grab it between your hands and sort of stop it from hitting you. All right. So that takes us to Dank.
Right. So we're like right up in each other's faces right now. So I'm gonna jump up give an unarmed strike to the face with one hand. So that's going to be one thing. And I'm also going to use a key point to use the step of the wind to disengage dash as I grab my boomerang and kick off the dude and do like a backflip or something to land back over to like where the stairs are, like halfway up the stairs.
Oh, that is awesome. Roll.
So for part one,
roll your unarmed attack and add your modifier. Tell me what you get for that.
am I adding? Oh, okay.
You have a +5 on your unarmed strike.
All right. So this can be a 19.
Oh my god. Get 1d4 plus 3. Tell me what you get.
5.
All
Good
right.
old 5 points.
All right. I want you to roll another one of those unarmed strikes. Because that's going to be a bonus. You get 2 bonus actions. I mean, you can use 2 unarmed strike. As a monk, you get a bonus action.
Oh, wow.
Fast fire.
So that's going to be a 7.
That's with the 5 modifier?
Yeah, I see. Hold on. I skipped straight to punch. That one is a 13.
All right. And then roll a dex check just to see how this sort of backflip onto the stairs does.
All right. Oh dear. It's a 5.
Okay.
I do have -1 dexterity.
All right.
For a monk?
So here's the good news. So you go on, you smash him down in the face, you grab the boomerang, as you pull it out, you rip his innards out. It actually was not just in the fat, it was just stopping the bleeding. It was
Yes.
like a cork. And blood just flows out of him, coating you in it. He dies on the spot, but because you're coated in blood, as you try to do that backflip, it goes horribly wrong.
So slippery.
Yes, so slippery.
Good thing I didn't cast grease.
It is like grease. Yeah, you make it to the steps, but then you actually slide back down to the bottom. Hitting your
Great.
head on each one.
Whee!
It is a slide.
I'm sure I look absolutely crazy right now.
All right, Zinc, what you gonna do?
Okay, so they're through the well. If I look down the well, can I see them?
No, because you're not at that well. See, there's one well around the stairs that goes down to the mining level. You're at the other well, which goes up to the castle, the main castle floor. So you can't look down. You can look up, and if you did look up, you would see a room you have not yet seen.
I'm going to yell the code word that Bart the Basher and I made a pact that if either of us yelled the code word and they answered with the same code word, that it means that everything's fine, and just like, I got this. So I'm gonna yell.
What is that code word?
Hold on, wait, I wrote it down.
Thank goodness. So you're going through your pockets. What was the code word?
The code word is scriptorium.
So Bart, you hear her scream scriptorium, and as a reaction, you scream,
I didn't write it down.
Damn it! And I'm gonna run and go to the other one.
All right, so you come out 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So you can get to the top of the stairs in your move with your 40 feet. All right, that takes us. Bart, You have
Oh,
your chance.
jeez. Am I still playing this game? All right. All right. Well, it is time to flail and warhammer. Same question about attacks of opportunity, because Bart's going to want to get that the guy who's, ghost sorted him.
Yes, if you ran away, they would both get an attack of opportunity on you.
All right, I'm coming for you next, sorcerer guy. So I'm gonna bash the thing between me and my enemy,
You're
and that
going for
is
the
my
chief.
fellow basher.
All right.
Yeah.
So you,
All right.
you take the warhammer and the flail on the chief. Roll me an attack roll for each of those.
Yeah, I will. Well, the first one wasn't so hot, so I rolled a 2. So I'm gonna assume that's a no.
Okay.
Oh, and the next one I rolled a 19, so it's a 23.
All right. And which one did you attack with first, the warhammer or the flail?
The hammer is always the punctuation on the sentence.
All right. Tell me how much damage you do with that warhammer.
I do a 1d8 plus 2.
Okay.
Then I got a 7.
All right. And so that's a pretty good hit on this chief.
I continue to shout, I'm gonna hit you.
Tell me where you hit him with the flail. So the warhammer misses. Maybe he grabs it with one hand, and then what do you do with? Or sorry, he grabs a flail, and then what do you do with the warhammer?
Right to the face. You always start with the face.
Yeah.
That's where the action is.
His teeth have all been filed down to little spikes, and you can tell he actually liked biting with them, and you get a good chunk of them out of his mouth.
Yeah, file those, bitch.
They sort of scatter across the floor.
What should he file them under, Bart?
Bashed.
All right. So now we have all of our little Grimlocks coming in. So this one is gone. And then there's one over here with you still, Kolker. He rolls a 15. That's going to get through your armor class of 13. And he takes a spike club at you. He hits you with one side and then the other. As he hits you with the first side, you take bludgeoning damage. The other sort of pierces you. And it's going to do 7 damage total to you. You're at 17. That's going to take you down to 10. Then there's one...
That hurt.
There's one over
Not
behind
as much as Zinc
you,
did to my
Bart.
feelings.
The one behind you, Bart, gets an 8. He has a +5 to hit. That's going to give him a 13. And that is not going to get through your armor. So he tries, but it just goes into your strong, glistening pectoral muscles.
Oh, I think my heart might be changing.
I think I have a future in Harlequin books.
I don't know. I think the DM's sweet on me. And I'm open to it.
All right. This brings us back around to Kolker.
All right. I'm going to. How big are these guys roughly?
They're about 6.5 feet tall. They're sort of these gargantuan blind heart.
Cool.
And you can tell they're tracking you with their. They have these giant ears, so they've got almost like daredevil hearing and smell.
Can I roll between this guy's legs and attack him and then stab him from the back?
Yeah, I think that is definitely possible.
Oh,
Great. I'm going to roll between this guy's legs and then stab him from the back.
As you roll between his legs, you get an awful side up the loincloth. It doesn't go all the way around. It's really more of a skirt. What you assumed was a loincloth. It's not. It is not pretty.
Luckily, I have an advantage against being frightened.
What do you? What's your dagger do on the back? What's that roll do?
I'll tell you in a half a second. Nine.
It does. So I think you spend so much time rolling that when you come around, you're not quite balanced, and the dagger just sort of doesn't go into him. You miss completely with it. What are you gonna do? Oh, now it's the spear shaman again. So the shaman, this time he says something that you can't understand, but it's not one of the spears anymore. He seems to sort of chant something, and the chief now has this sort of bright glowing light around him, and he has this his eyes become much more focused. It looks bad, Bart.
There's a solution to that problem.
But now it's the chief's turn to fight. So the chief now, yeah. So the chief now takes his great club right at you. He rolls a 15. It is a +5 to hit, which makes it a 20, and he is now blessed. So he also has an additional 5 points from the shaman. This comes at you hard.
Our relationship's gonna go down the toilet too, Dungeon Master. That was mean.
It plows right into you, and as it comes into you, oh my god, it basically knocks you to the ground. It does 17 points of damage.
Holy,
so you
what
have
the?
1 hit point left.
What the what?
However, it is now your turn.
Oh, fine, great. Well, if he knocked me away from him, can I get to the shaman without an attack of opportunity? Because he blew me so far away.
Straight down on your head. Bow! He's as tall as you as an elf, and he took this spike great club right down on your head. You know, some of the thorns pierced your brain, which is why the hit points are so bad. You can feel blood pouring down the sides of your face.
Yeah, but that's not going to do anything to me. All right. Then yeah, all right. Well, then I will use the less nuanced attack of bashing him in the head with my flail and warhammer.
Give me 2 attack rolls.
Son of a poop. 9 or 8.
And you're adding your initiatives on these?
My
I mean,
hit
your modifiers?
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no, I'm just rolling badly.
8.
So I'm going to die now.
8
And a 15.
The 15 is going to get through. How much damage you do with the warhammer?
Oh, thank God. 6.
All right. He is hurting, not nearly as much as you, but he is hurting. The warhammer comes across, hits him. Where are you hitting him on this?
Do I look like a guy who changes up his tactics?
So right.
I gotta get the rest of those filed teeth.
Yes, right to the face. The rest of the filed teeth shoot out on the other side, and now he's just all gums.
File that under liquid food.
All right, Dank.
Right. I'm gonna round this corner here, right quick, and then like take aim at the 2 Grimlocks there, and like get up like I'm about to do like a bowling move.
Mm-hmm.
But then instead of throwing a ball, it's just my like bloody self because I'm covered in blood, and therefore very slick. And I'm just gonna like cannonball slide across the ground all the way over there, which I think I can make it given I'm all oiled up. I just looked up under my monk features, unarmored movement, which adds 10 feet. And I'm just going to slide and try to hit them, like get them under the leg and try to flip them over.
I like it. All right, roll me attack.
So what do I roll?
Roll me 2 unarmed attack rolls and roll me a dex roll. And tell me what you get.
All right, unarmed attack. Let's go. First one. That was 10. was the first one, so I don't think it got through. And the second one, wow, was a 12.
Okay. Well, the 10. That's so you rolled a 5. You got a plus 5.
I rolled a 5 plus 5. Yeah.
Okay. And you got a 12. How much damage did the 12 do?
Let's see. That one did 6.
Okay. And what did you get on the dex, sir?
On the what?
On the dex. The dexterity.
Oh. Well, oh. Wait, I'm confused. I just rolled for dexterity?
Well, I wanted you to roll 2 attacks, but then also tell me, I also wanted a dexterity throw to see how you did.
Okay, well, the dexterity throw is 19.
Okay, great. So then,
and that's with it was a natural 20, but then minus 1.
Yeah.
We hit a natural 20. Oh,
so natural 20s, yeah. So that's perfect. You definitely are able to slide across the ground. You jump in, you go, you hit him, boom. But you only get one of them with one hit. So
fair.
You do hit one, and you sort of knock him down prone and take a little bit of hit points against him as you go as well. Okay. Now, let's see where we are next. So, Zinc, what you gonna do? You've heard the war cry. You've made it to the steps.
Can I see can I see the one who just attacked Bart from my position?
You really can't, because the steps are curving into the room, sort of heading north, and they're all south of the steps. So if you look down, you can't see any of the fighting that's happening.
Okay. What would happen if I dropped down the well, did a quick scan, and firebolted at the one in front of Bart? Can I do that?
You can definitely drop down the well. As you do a quick scan, the only one you can see is one who is attacking Kolker.
Okay. Well, then let's get rid of him. Can I throw a firebolt at him?
You can.
Great. That's a cantrip, so I will just do this little thing in the air, and I'll.
All right. What you get on it? He's got to make a dexterity
25.
Saving throw.
Natural 20 with 5.
Oh, awesome. And how much damage does it do? And you can double
2d10.
Natural 20.
11 doubled is 22.
Oh, right. Yeah, you totally burn that guy. So that guy goes away. Yeah, you just burst him out into flames. Roll a dexterity check, Kolker, as well. Roll a dex save for me.
Oh yeah, fire.
Saving throw?
Yeah, dexterity saving throw.
6.
You get singed a little bit, Kolker. So, as it goes, not too much, I don't think. But we'll say you get sort of 2 points of damage there. However, all of the more buckets sort of disappear, and you can now see a trapdoor very clearly. One thing that you're going to notice is weird, Kolker, that as you burn, and you've seen Zinc fire these before. When she fires them, there's a little explosion at the end. But this is absolutely silent. It makes no noise at all.
But it was deadly.
Yeah, and when he disappeared, it made no noise.
Most odd.
If you even screamed when you were hurt or slapped yourself or grabbed yourself, nothing. You are in some reason you're in a tunnel of muteness over there. Okay.
Can you guys hear me from in here?
All right. We are back to the we're back around to the Grimlocks. Oh no, actually, Bart the Basher, you have another move. It's your move.
Yes! All right. Let me figure out some way I can come up and use a key. No, I'm just gonna bash him. Yeah. There we go. 22
Okay.
and 19.
Okay.
Switch
Wow.
dice.
And how much damage do you do?
I'm gonna get a new one for that too. All right, here we go. 8 and 5.
That will do it. The guy
Yeah!
had 12 hit points left.
Bashed!
Just get it with 13, and the chief goes down. You just sort of tell us how you destroy him.
Oh, well, okay. So basically, I want to try to bash him in half so I can search for skeletons.
And so you bring your flail and your warhammer together in the middle.
No, straight straight on the
You're
head.
trying to cleave him.
Yeah.
I don't think you do with your bludgeoning damage, but you definitely make him a good 1.5 foot shorter.
Yeah.
You
Child are not as tall as me anymore.
ribs break, neck breaks, legs, bones break, and he goes down and sort of falls over.
I'm coming for you, glowy stick guy.
That doesn't save you entirely, though, because now there's a whole bunch of Grimlocks around. So the one Grimlock behind you tries to take you out. He comes up from the ground. He's going to get a 19. That is going to be enough. And that is going to knock you unconscious, Bart.
Aww.
The Grimlock behind you hits you and knocks you out. He doesn't kill you, but he knocked you unconscious. And then, oh yeah, that's it. You guys have killed all the others except for the shaman. Okay, Colker,
He's mine.
what you gonna do? It's your move, Colker.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so I'd like to take a look into whatever this passage is here that has been uncovered.
All right, so you're gonna try to like jump down that.
Yes,
You're gonna open
it's
up
a
the
hole.
trapdoor? Yeah.
Yes, I will open up the trapdoor.
All right. So you succeed in opening up the trapdoor, and what you see is let me see here.
You will need to move me to wherever on the map this is.
I will. Yeah. So you see a ladder going down into a room. Again, it makes no noise as it opens up. You see a ladder going into a room, and you can see some shelves around as well as you open it up. So you see this sort of room down there. There's a ladder going down. There's some shelves with kind of beakers and things like that around it. Let me take you, and I will sort of put you over here inside of it. Yeah, I imagine you plan to pop sort of down the ladder, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here, you're now sort of at the top of this ladder. And of course, you have the lamplight. So he has the torch. The rest of you can see somewhat in darkness, but it's a little bit tough for you. All right, it is only the shaman left now. At this point, you don't know this, but the shaman is really regretting using his 2 spear spell slots early on in the battle.
That was inner monologue.
He speaks something to you, Jamin. Jamin, I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Right. 13.
13?
Yes.
Is that good enough? What is the... Let me see real quick. Sorry. 13. It's not good enough. So he says something, and you are under its spell. He has now commanded you, and he you immediately drop everything that you're holding.
My boomerang.
Yes, you drop.
Don't worry, it'll come back.
You drop your boomerang and you fall prone on the ground, and you start like groveling in front of him.
Please.
All right. Zinc, you see this happening, or no, you can hear this happening from where you are. You would have seen Kolker going down the trapdoor. What are you gonna do?
Where is this thing in relation to Bart?
Right next to him. So you have Bart is unconscious. In front of him is the passed out chief. Behind him is a Grimlock, and behind the Grimlock is Jamin on his knees worshiping. And then a few feet away from there's a little hairspray stage, and on the hairspray stage is a shaman with a sort of glowing magical power aura all around him.
Would I know what he's susceptible to when he's glowing like this?
Would you know what he's susceptible to? You don't. Well, the only thing you know is that he's blind. He's not blind. He has no eyes. So he has ultra sensitive hearing and ultra sensitive taste.
Okay. All right. I am going to. What's my? All right. Let's try this. I'm going to take my flower, my staff of flowers.
Is that susceptible to allergies?
Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to do my huge jump,
Ooh.
land on his back while slamming the staff of flowers onto the ground and making like the smelliest, grossest smelling flowers ever appear here. Around him.
Enter the Rafflesia.
It will at least distract him.
Okay. Are you
Annoy him to death.
Are you you're jumping onto the shaman or onto the other Grimlock? Are you trying to make it all the way to the
No,
shaman?
the shaman. Yeah.
Alright, got it. Yeah, you can do that. You have your special jump skill that can get you all the way over there. As you get down to that shaman, and what's flower did you say you're going to create?
I want it like corpse flowers.
Oh yes, the
Like
corpse flowers.
corpse flowers.
The ones that you know that only grow out of dead bodies.
Yeah.
Oh, I've
like in the
watched this
human
now.
world, I know what a corpse like in the human world. There's like corpse flowers, and they only bloom once in a while, and they smell so bad. It smells like dead bodies.
Okay. So you do that. You hit your staff in the ground. You say your words, and corpse flowers bloom all around he and you. Okay. Now let's see. Bart is unconscious. This brings us back to Kolker.
Okay, I'm going to continue descending that ladder and look around the room and see what I see.
Okay. So this room that you have come into is a laboratory. There are torches flaming in the walls. You can see well now. There's a large table covered in the center of the room with vials, beakers, bottles, and tiny braziers. There's lots of books, bookshelves on the wall, and there's several potions currently in different states of preparation. You have stepped into a puddle. I need you to do a Constitution saving throw.
18.
You it doesn't bother you, but you can tell that this is some dangerous poison. You just sort of get your foot out right in town. You can see sort of poison all around the ground. Smart. A desk is over against the northern wall, and there's several pages of heavily notated parchment on it. You can notice, I think, alchemical ingredients around: mandrake root, unicorn blood, giant spider cocoons, things like that. So you see sort of all this in the room from where you are. And I would even say that at the back of the room, you can see, let's see, can I do this? Da-da-da. Yeah, at the back of the room, you can see a sort of raised platform. And on this raised platform, because there's sort of lights in this room, you can see that it's got all these sort of barrels and stuff against the wall, and that behind the wall, behind the barrels, has been carved yet another passage into what you must assume is the mines. All right, so that's what's going on with you. Now, we are back to the shaman once again. This time, he... let's see. He tries to... Yeah, he casts thaumaturgy, and the ground starts to tremor around you. He's used up most of his spells. It's not enough to knock you over. So, he's working with what he got here, but he does sort of try to make the ground tremor, and then as it's tremoring, he tries to run away. But you're going to get an opportunity attack on him, Zinc, as he goes.
Great, let's try to firebolt him in the back.
All right, go ahead. He's going to be half damage. He gets a dexterity save on that as he's going.
10.
10?
Yeah.
Let's see what this guy's got. Yeah, he is... That brings him down to 18, but he still is able to get away. 20, 25, 30. So he's moving up towards this sort of mine shaft you can see him going towards. Now... Dank, you can try to resist him again if you do another wisdom save.
All right, let's go. Oh no. 7.
Nope. You're still just groveling. I think as he goes, you're like, oh, you're so wonderful. I wish I could make the ground shake and not hurt anybody like you do. It's so amazingly impressive.
So beautiful.
It's so beautiful. All right, Zinc, what you gonna do?
Okay, let's go over to he's far away from Bart and everyone else right now. Yeah.
Yeah, he's about 20 feet from you.
Okay, let's drop a potion of healing down Bart's throat.
Okay.
And while I do that, yelling, "Scriptorium! The word is scriptorium!"
So, Bart, this is what you awaken to.
Okay, so Bart looks, and is the shaman gone now?
No, the shaman's still in the room. First roll 2d4 plus 2. Let's see how many hit points you get back.
Yeah, all right, let's see here. 2 and 4, 6, so 8.
Oh, great. So, yeah, so you wake up, and as you awaken, you can see this guy trying to run away from you.
Okay, well, I'm charging him. I'm finishing this.
So you immediately wake up, she yells Scriptorium, and you run.
Apparently I have a concussion. Everyone's talking nonsense.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Let's see, 5. Yep, you can get there. So you run over to him and go ahead and attack. Remember, he's got a 15 armor class.
Oh, natural 20! And a miss.
All right. Give double the flail and tell me how much damage you do.
Woo! 6 and 10. 16.
You do 16 damage?
Yes, I do.
Oh my god. So yeah, you hit him hard with the flail. Where does this flail come onto the shaman?
Oh, well, first off, it was the Warhammer. Oh no, you're right. It was the flail.
Yeah.
All right, fine. Well, I'm gonna give him something to think about straight down the forehead, like always.
Yeah. So
Because he's a wizard, he's all brainy.
yeah, so you come, you beat him. You're basically just sort of flogging him with the flail here.
Bashing, always bashing. I'm not Bart the Flailer.
Now, this Grimlock, who sees you've moved away from, he would have gotten an opportunity attack on you, but I think he was so busy looking at the genuflecting Dank here that he got distracted. He goes for Dank to hit him. He gets a 16. That's definitely going to get through the armor class, and that's going to do 7 points of damage.
Hurting.
Yeah, that brings you down to 3, I believe.
5.
5. That's right.
5. Please.
Yeah.
All right. So you're now down to 5 damage there, Dank. All right. And then, Kolker, we're with you in the other room.
Okay, I'm going to hop over these little pools of poison and look at the papers on this desk over here.
On that desk, what you're going to see is there's notes for creating some sort of potion by mixing an insanity potion with an ever-smoking potion. The notes detail these...
So it'll make you flaming mad?
Yeah, that's what you would think. Insanity, yeah, that it would sort of smoke around, and that would be your guess. I think you can see that he's trying to create this chemical weapon of mass destruction, right? This chemical weapon that would, sort of suffuse the air in an entire area. And the notes detail a lot of attempts at this, and it's clear from the last attempt that he succeeded. You would also see attempts about creating a mist of silence, and notes about the Grimlocks, that he sort of realized that they can't see and they move by smell and hearing, and so he created a mist of silence. And you would notice that on the table there is a bottle sort of pouring something out of it. You would also see that there is a door closed behind you to another sort of room. And of course, you can hear nothing, which now you understand why. Everything is completely silent. So that takes us to this shaman, again, who is still doing his best to
Bring it!
have a life. He's running away. You get an opportunity attack, Bart.
22.
And how much damage does it do?
Well, it's a 1d8 plus 2, so I feel pretty confident.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, 10!
So why don't you tell us how you dispose of this guy?
Okay, here it is. I'm going to bash him into the floor until he's a liquid paste. I'm going to make a heroic pose and say, apparently you can stop the beat, Dark Shaman.
Yeah.
Boo.
Get it, Mark Shaman? Dark Shaman.
You totally succeed. Now, you guys would notice with destroying all of these guys, let's see. First thing that happens is that you each get 150 experience points for that. Will bring you ever closer to number 3. And so you would notice there are these. Obviously, the Grimlocks are dead, but also around the room, there's some other corpses of other adventurers that had fought and succumbed to these. And you can see these other sort of bodies around you. There are also a couple of different passages into the mines, and there is the trapdoor. Before we go back to Kolker, Zinc and Dank and Bart, what are you guys going to do in this room?
Well, I'm going to bash the bodies until I find the skeletons, because maybe that's where they were hidden. It might be because they seem to have bones. So maybe that was where the skeletons were. So I'm going to just keep bashing them.
While he's bashing one body, I want to see if there's anything of interest on maybe one of them that's near Dank. And is he still under the spell, or he's no longer under the spell?
No, when he died, the spell went away as well.
Okay, great. So I just want to search the bodies real quick, and then call down the trapdoor and see what Kolker's doing.
You find some interesting things on the bodies. You can see on all these sort of adventurers that have been killed, there's some good loot on them. You find on how many bodies are you going to search? Let's say there's like 5 around the room.
I think I probably get to 3 before certain bashers bash them in.
You find a potion of superior healing. You find a ring that is sort of glowing with magic. You don't necessarily know what it is, but you could cast an identify spell to find out what it is, or you could try using it different ways. And you also find on them, let's say you find 75 silver pieces and 5 gold pieces.
Great. Yeah, let's grab all that.
Dank, what are you doing while Bart's bashing the bodies? And
I'd like to point out that if I happen to find any bashing things that look more powerful than my bashing things, I will happily take. I'm not going to specifically look for it because that's not what my objective is. But like if I kick into one accidentally,
when it comes to bashing, you're platform agnostic.
Exactly.
I think the spiked great club that the chief was using, it's worn down. It's lost some of its strength. It doesn't look quite as strong as it did. It might break in a while, but that looked like a weapon that could be a very good bashing and piercing weapon.
Well, I can probably cut off the piercing parts.
Yeah, I'm sure you could. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take that.
All right. And what are you doing, Jamin?
I think I've just come out of this trance and I'm very shocked, and I just look down and see my blood covered body. And I think I'm just going to scream and roll on the ground to try to wipe it off.
All right. So while that's happening, let's go back down to Kolker. So you're still in this room down here, Kolker, and how's your exploring going?
I'm going to hop back over the poison and go up the ladder so that I can tell my pals what's down here.
Okay, go ahead.
Which, of course, I can't just... Normally, I would just shout up there, but I can't because this place is filled with a potion of silence.
Yes, you've got to get in past the potion. So you come out and you see Zinc sort of going through different adventurer corpses. There's still more, but she's gone through a few. You see Bart sort of bashing this shaman and the chief into a bloody mess and taking the great club, and you see Jamin rolling on the floor screaming.
Oh, hey, what'd I miss?
Bashing and screaming mostly.
And heartbreaking.
Okay.
What was down there in that?
Well, that's an interesting question. For one thing, there is something down there that's rendering it completely silent. That's why I had to come back up here to tell you guys. But it also looks like there's some sort of really not good stuff down there. I mean, I'm not an expert on these things, but there are notes toward what looks kind of like a mass insanity potion.
As soon as I hear that, I run towards the trapdoor, run down the trapdoor, and get to that place. Get to that stuff as fast as I can.
All right, and Bart and Kolker, and Dank, as you see Zinc run down there, what do you guys do?
I'll follow with my skeleton basher.
I'm just gonna kind of like stumble and crawl over there. I'm still pretty hurt.
And Kolker?
Well, she did rush right past me, but I'm gonna follow her down there, I guess.
All right. Now, when you go down there, again, you guys can no longer speak to one another. Just to remind you. Are you following too, Dank?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So you guys come into this room. Zinc, yeah. Tell us what you do when you get in there.
Okay, I'm going to run over to that bench. And because I recognize what those ingredients are.
Yes.
And I'm going to grab the vial of the ingredient that would be the agitator of the insanity mist. And I'm going to grab it. And I'm going to move it as far away from the rest of that table as possible.
So you don't find the insanity mist in there. You do find the instructions for it, and you recognize the instructions. But the bottle is not in there. The dog was participating.
Oh, okay.
The bottle is not in there. So what you're gonna...
So the ingredients are not in there either. I thought the ingredients were in there.
There are some different ingredients to make it in there that you could take. You would find there are some potions there that you would recognize. There's a potion of proficiency. There's a potion of silence. An ever-smoking bottle is all in there. But you do recognize that this is clearly in the way you were taught at the Tricer Academy to make things, and you would recognize the handwriting, I think.
Okay, I'm gonna grab those potions. Give the dog the potion of silence. Yeah, let me grab those potions, and then I'm gonna grab the instructions. I'm gonna grab everything that I can. I know I'm a little gnome, so however much on that table I can grab, because I don't think anyone else knows what this stuff is. Is that true?
I'm pretty good at herbalism, but I don't know that I'm looking.
No, that's true. Well, you wouldn't know. I mean, no one can talk to you. You can ask them by writing down questions.
Yeah.
If you want.
I kind of gesture to Zinc in a way of sort of, should I help carry stuff?
Yes. So the insanity mist potion would take certain ingredients that we see, right?
Mm-hmm, yes.
So I'm going to make sure that he takes one of the ingredients and I take the other one, so that they have no chance of mixing in my bag by accident. And he doesn't even know. He doesn't know what I'm giving him, but I'm just going to give him.
They're just the basic.
I'll carry them both.
Yeah.
You're not carrying anything, Bashy Bash.
Now you also see a door at the end of the room, and there's again a sort of upper area in which some sort of tunnel has been carved into the wall.
Okay, I'm going to yeah, there's paper. Okay, I'm going to write "very dangerous" on the paper and show it to everybody and go over to that door.
All right. You go to the door. You can't hear anything, and then what do? Do you open it? It's closed.
I love you too, Zinc.
I'm gonna look. Is there a keyhole? Can I look through it?
There is a keyhole.
Can I look through the keyhole?
You look through the keyhole, and you can see the back of a gnome packing some sort of a bag.
Uh-oh. Do I recognize who this gnome
You can only
is?
see the back of them.
Okay.
Bart starts bashing random things to try out his new skeleton basher.
I'm going to write on my paper again, follow, and we're going to go back upstairs real quick. I'm going to go. Hopefully they will follow me.
I love you too, Zinc.
Can Bart read?
She's always writing me love letters.
Is Bart literate?
Bart can read small words. He knows things like danger, follow, stop, bash, food. I've taught him those things, I think.
Bash, 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 bash.
What did the rest of you do as Zeke writes follow and then goes back upstairs?
Sigh and like hobble back up this thing again.
Coker?
I'm holding stuff in my arms. I'm a very small person.
Yeah, you got all the ingredients. You have no hands.
Yeah, I've got a lot of ingredients, and I'm only like 4 feet tall, if that.
So you just watch Bart. Bart, are you walking carefully in this room?
I think you know the answer to that.
So I think you.
I gotta try out my new bashing stick that I got from a skeleton.
That's what I thought might be happening. So why don't you roll me a Constitution check?
Ooh, 19.
Yeah, for some reason, all the pools of poison around as you are bashing them, and I think this impresses you, Colker. He's like, drunken master Jackie Chan. Like, he seems to have no awareness, and yet is stepping over all the pools of poison, coming precariously close at any moment. It's like Charlie Chaplin roller skating at the edge of a balcony. All right, so you go upstairs, Zinc and Dank, and what do you say?
Okay, I'm going to say, there's someone in that door. It's a gnome. Just saw his back. But these ingredients are the reason that I am an adventurer. And it's been my quest to make sure that these ingredients do not fall into the wrong hands. These are very dangerous.
Wow.
And I don't know who's in that door. But who is ever in there, I think, is probably trying to use these ingredients.
Well, I'm bigger than a gnome, so I feel like I can take him, but I've got 5 hit points left.
And you're slippery. You're extra slippery.
I'm so slippery. No, I'm just full of like mud now because I rolled around in the dirt down there.
What is this ring I found? Can I try to figure out what it is? Can I show it to the monk, see if he knows?
Yeah.
Oh, I do have was it stone cunning?
It is made of stone. This ring,
I have Arcana. I don't know.
Yeah, roll an Arcana check, both of you guys. And you.
Should I do a history check or Arcana?
Arcana, and you roll with advantage, Dank.
Okay, that's good.
Oh, I got a natural 20, so.
All right, so Dank, you would recognize this.
Yeah,
as,
23.
Yeah, you would recognize it as a peephole ring. And so if you place the ring against stone or wood, it allows you to see 2 feet into it.
Very cool.
Mystery solved. Let's go.
Mystery solved. Okay. We've taken all of the ingredients away, right?
You've taken everything that was down there, you've taken out. So what you've got is you have a potion, well, you found a potion of superior healing from robbing the corpses. You have a potion of proficiency, which if you drink it, it will give you proficiency in one weapon. You have a potion of silence and a potion of muteness. One, if you combine with ever smoking bottle, creates silence around you, and one, if you drink or use it as a poison, would make someone mute. And then you had all of these different ingredients in the room, which included, you had like mandrake root, unicorn blood, pixie wings, salamander eggs, were-rat tail, snake poison, and a giant spider cocoon. So you got all these different things, which you would know are used to make the insanity mist.
Okay. So he was completely covering the peephole. I couldn't see if there was an exit out the other side.
You could not. You could only see through the keyhole. You could see the wall and his back as he was packing.
Well, let's use the peephole ring and check out what's going on.
Yeah, I agree. So, yeah, so we can go down there quietly. Maybe I tell Bart to stay up here.
I'm still down there.
Bart's still down smashing things in silence.
Oh, it's silent. Then that's fine. Okay, great. As long as it's silent. I just don't want him to...
No, I don't know. Do you enjoy Bart, like, the smashing without the sound of things breaking?
Do I? Oh, it's a little bit less satisfying, but I'm making the noises in my head. Crunch. Thump,
You still get the tactile
crunch.
satisfaction.
It really is. It's more about the mouthfeel.
All right. What do you do, Zinc and Dank?
Let's go down to this door, take the ring, and like, put it to the... He's taller than me, right? So maybe have him put it kind of as high as he can see.
All right. So yeah. So you come in. You look. I think now you can sort of see into the room, and what you see is there are 3 sort of beds in there, and there is a sort of tapestry against one wall, and there is a gnome packing, and he does turn around with his bag, and as he turns around, Zinc, why don't you tell us about that gnome in school that you hated the most? Why don't you describe him to us?
Blink Gastinka is what I used to call him.
Gastinka.
He has one eye. He would never change his clothes. He was always copying everyone else's homework. He didn't know anything. He had very, very good strength, but 0 intelligence, which is useless for an artificer.
No wonder you love him. He's just like me.
No. You're at least strong. This guy's just a dummy. He's a dummy and he's tiny. So at least you're not as tiny. This guy's a dummy. He's tiny. And he's strong, but he's not that strong. And he always smells terrible. He's terrible.
So you see this guy that you call Blink Gastinka. His real name is Pettyfoot, and he the one thing that you might notice he didn't have before is as he turns around through the people, you can see that he has added 2 arms, 2 mechanical arms to his back, like Doc Ock. He now is like sort of fashioned on these steampunk mechanical arms to himself.
I knew he was going to do that. He
turns around and he opens the door. And when he opens the door, he sees all of you there. He's holding his bag, and immediately he panics. I need everyone to roll initiative again.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Son of a... 6.
12. Oh, 12.
13.
Okay. 13 from Culper. Everyone else got 12, right?
I got a 12, yeah.
Oh, you got an 8, Zinc, right? All right. And you got a 12. All right. So you're going to get to go first, Culper. You're going to have the first move. I want to remind you, your hands are full right now. What are you going to do? This guy comes out. It's completely silent. It's this gnome. He's got these two sort of Doc Ock arms. Plus, he's got a backpack sort of around him, but the arms are still fully mobile. Plus, he has a dagger that he's sort of drawn as soon as he sees you.
I'm going to gingerly step away in the other direction over the poison and just sort of, go at an angle.
You're retreating.
Yes. What else can I do?
All right. Next, we have Dank. What are you going to do, Dank?
I'm going to say, hey, buddy. Hey.
You can't.
Oh.
You're in a mute world. You can try to speak, but no words come out.
All right. Well, then I'm going to go over back to this ladder and start climbing up. And say I'm gonna give like a 1 second down to the group. I'm gonna say 1 second, but like mouth, and go.
All right, you go. That gives this guy 5, 10, 15, 20. Wait, he can get to you, Bart. This guy comes over to Bart. Bart, you are still weak. You have 9 hit points, and he starts just slashing. And what you realize immediately is that he can slash with both his prosthetic arms and his hand dagger at the same time. So each one of his moves is going to give this guy 3 attacks. He gets, let's see, what? Yeah. Only one of them gets through, though. Woo-hoo! You sort of move, and the one that gets through does 3 points of damage to you.
Boo.
Boo, indeed. That does bring you down, though. All right. Now it is Zinc. What are you going to do to this guy?
I'm going to spin in a circle really fast, cast Disguise Self, and show up as Doc Chainmore.
Ooh, that is such a good idea. Oh, that is like, I think you get inspiration for that, Zing. That is an inspiration-worthy idea. So, but let's see. He just opened the door. About 6 seconds has passed before he started attacking. You were partially obscured by, here by Dank. All right, I'm gonna say roll a d20. A deception is what you're gonna try to do. A d20 for deception. I'm gonna say you have a 10. Just don't screw up this roll.
Damn it.
But remember, I just gave you inspiration. You can use it now if you would like.
I'm using it. I'm using it. Oh wait, hold on. Deception. Ooh, okay, 18.
Okay. So, that works. He sees you. Let's see. How are we gonna do this? Before I get back to him, I'm gonna keep going through the encounter. So Bart, you have another move, and you have not seen this happen because it happened behind you and in absolute silence. And you're facing this guy who just
believe me, I'm clocking it. Okay. Well, I'm going to use my new skeleton basher and my warhammer. So I don't know what the deal is with the skeleton basher.
The Great Club is gonna give you 1d6 plus 3 bludgeoning plus 1d4 piercing.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll add that to my. Text me what it's actually called, because I just put down Skeleton Smasher. So
It's called your Spiked Great Club.
okay. All right, here we go. Ooh, all right, that is a 21.
Yeah, that gets through his armor.
And no, that is 7.
All right, so the Spiked Great Club gets through though. So go
Yeah.
ahead and tell me how much damage you do with that.
Is a 1d6 and a 1d4?
It's a 1d6 plus 3 and a 1d4.
Okay. Okay, that's an 8 plus 2, so 10.
10. All right. So you get a good solid hit on him, and now Kolker, what are you doing? You would have seen Zinc Gadinka do this transformation, and Doc Chainmore. So what she is transformed into is a gnome with all sorts of prosthesis on him. He's got like a sort of almost a helmet with sort of eyes he can see out of. His legs kind of have permanent Heelys on them, and it's sort of this old, wise and professorial gnome with that looks kind of like if gnome was a Terminator from the first. This is what it would look like. So you see this Kolker happen. What do you do? Yeah.
I'm gonna step a bit further over towards this table and maybe put a few things down so that I have a free hand.
Okay. Dank, you're halfway up the stairs. I don't know that you would see this because this is happening behind you. As you're sort of
I'm continuing on.
You continue up into the room before.
Up into the room. How much more can I do up here?
Well, there are some corpses that have not been searched yet for loot.
Well, I was going to go to the deceased Grimlocks and get their heads.
Yes, you can definitely take the Grimlock heads.
All right. I think I can see like 2. I don't know.
Yeah, the shaman and the chief you can't because they have been smashed into liquid by Bart.
Great. I will take the remaining 2.
All right. So that's what you're spending this time decapitating them. Okay.
Yes.
So now, Pettyfoot, Stinka, he sees Doc Chainmore and runs around Bart the Basher over to Doc Chainmore. Bart, you're going to get an opportunity attack.
Ah! All right. 1 or 2?
1.
All right, Skeleton Smasher!
What's your attack roll?
Natural 1!
No, doesn't go through. So he gets over and he sort of runs behind you, Zinc, as Doc Chainmore. And he sort of puts his hand behind you. And I think you would realize that he thinks you are in a fight with these other people. And that you will sort of protect him. And he's there, like, at your side as an ally. Zinc, it's your move.
Great. I'm going to do a sweeping motion to everybody in the room. And I'm going to point up the ladder, do a little gesture to follow, and go up the ladder and have him follow me. Actually, I'll have him go ahead of me. I'll push him ahead of me, go up the ladder, and I'll follow behind him.
All right. So you all go back up to the sort of the mining area. In the mining area, do you follow Bart and Kolker?
I'm following the guy I'm trying to kill.
Yeah.
I follow as best I can, considering that I presumably still have some things in my arms.
Yeah, I mean, you put, I think, most of it down back on the desk.
Okay.
So
I hope I put down stuff that wasn't important.
So you come back upstairs, and as you get up there, he comes out and he says, "Oh, what, Professor? These were they were beating me. Are they with you or are they your enemies?"
They're with me.
Why would
Can I
they
step out of
beating
the
me?
Because you are here where you are not supposed to be. Why are you down there?
No, I did what you asked. I built the machine and I released the insanity mist underneath Adventurers Hall, just like you asked me to. They should all be going crazy and dying right now. It's so wonderful. Perfectly timed for the goblin attack.
When did I tell you to do that?
This was years. We've been working on this forever. You know, to have the. You said I make the insanity mist. I release it under Adventurers Hall today because there was the orcs and the goblins were coming down and they were going to kill everyone here, and then Onbeto would be gone. Ha ha ha! Perfect plan.
Ah, yes, very good. Very good. That was a test. That was a test.
Yes, thank you.
Pettifoot, that was a test.
You didn't need to beat me. I did what you asked.
Yes. Now, what are you going to do now?
I was leaving. I was going to run away before all the madness began because you know the goblins, they are attacking at dusk. That's when you said the attack would happen. So I went under through the mines. I used the machine I built. I drilled underneath Adventurers Hall and I released the mist. It should be all filled now. They should all have gone crazy, suiciding, killing themselves. Fun, fun, fun.
Where did you put the machine?
I built it all the way. It's right underneath. There's a cavern I erected underneath Adventurers Hall. I had to go through the mines, and I found some weird stuff down there, boss. There's a whole, like, dwarven secret abandoned, like, temple or something down there. Yeah, right underneath the hall.
Very good, very good. Now, do you trust me?
Of course, you are Doc. You are my god. You're my hero, Doc. Yes.
Great. I'm going to need your prosthetic arms.
They are attached to my spine.
I'm going to need your prosthetic arms.
It would kill me.
Where are we in the initiative cycle?
Well, you tell me. You've heard this conversation. How do you respond?
I smashed the bad guy. I don't know who this other guy is.
How are you smashing him?
With the skeleton smasher.
Where?
In the head.
All right. Roll an attack and tell me what you get.
Oh, and the Warhammer, of course.
Yeah.
17.
Uh-huh.
And 11, sadly.
Okay. And how much damage does the 17 do?
Does 9.
Okay. So you succeed in sort of whipping him hard. He says, "Stop hitting me! Okay, you can have the arms. I'm so sorry I questioned you. My great professor, please, don't kill me. Take them off. And he lays prostrate on the ground.
That was a test.
Is that an attack of opportunity?
Yes. Absolutely.
It's a miss and a 18.
And how much damage do you do?
All right. I do 10.
He's dead. There's one last little as the Great Club comes down, and then this guy is just completely destroyed.
I'm gonna drop the 2 heads I have and say, well, guess I don't need these.
So here you are now. You found out this information. You've learned that an insanity mist has been created, that this insanity mist has been released under Adventurers Hall, that from the place where he was, he drilled there, and that there is going to be a goblin orc attack on the city of Onbeto at dusk.
in Adventurers Hall. And there are also going to be orc skeletons, and there are also going to be goblin skeletons, and you'll get to smash lots and lots of those. But we have to
Sold.
get to them first.
Yeah.
Now, would I know with my intelligence how to protect against insanity mist?
You would know how to create an antidote.
Sanity mist.
But the antidote would take 2 days at least to make. And you know that Insanity Mist works immediately. You know, it works over a couple of minutes.
Okay. Okay, well, so here's the good thing. We can get to the Adventurers College through the mines because it's been drilled out, and there's some sort of temple down there, he said. So maybe they're making something already down there to protect themselves? I don't know. I'd be interested in going and exploring down there.
I think I have a question.
Yes.
How long does ecstasy mist last?
Until the person is dead.
Oh, so it's for like forever.
Unless you roll a 14 wisdom saving throw.
So we should kill everybody.
Only the ones that shouldn't live anymore.
The ecstasy people. We should kill them all.
Now, one thing about this Insanity Mist, I think you would also know, is that it does not apply to goblins and orcs. It only affects.
I tell that to the team. Okay, I think we should go and explore and see what's down in this temple. See if there's anything useful to protect ourselves against the unprotectable.
Before we go, I'm gonna go over to those loincloths or those like loin skirt things and take my shears and just cut off 4 little patches of it.
Of what's underneath the loincloth, or of the loincloth itself?
Of the loincloth itself.
Okay, because they are
Cloth.
patchy.
4
under there
patches
as
of
well.
taint.
Coker can tell you he saw what was underneath the
Oh,
loincloth,
gosh.
and it was
not pretty.
It was not.
No. Of the cloth itself, and I'm gonna say here, we each have masks now, and I'm gonna put mine over my face,
That
link it over my
smells
ears.
Terrible. It has been against a Grimlock's nether region, and they don't have normal genitalia.
We do what we must. We do what we must.
I think you're actually inhaling more toxic.
And I just head down the stairs again, down the ladder.
You are not the cleanest monk I've ever seen.
I'm covered in their blood and mud now, so
Might as well add all the other bodily fluids.
And you guys all have some ball sweat masks that you can use as you see fit.
it's gonna help.
I did not
diffuse
agree
the-
to wear this.
I
It's gonna
do
help
not
diffuse
put
the
it on.
mist.
I put it on, take a deep inhale, then bash it.
While it's still on,
No. I think I will find it distasteful and decide it needs to be bashed.
Well, once we encounter that mist, we'll see who laughs last.
All right. So you guys, you go back down into the room, and then you're gonna move out, heading out towards that little passageway. Yes, into the.
Yeah.
All right. So that is going to take us to a new map. Now, a brand new map. Now, on this area, let's see, where you're going to be is, you come out here. Can you see that on your maps or no? Let me see. If I put you there, if you can see. Oh, sorry, I've got to move. Yeah, I moved you over here. Okay, let's see. So, Coker, if you're all here, give me just a second. See if this works. So you come into this sort of very dark room, and as you, it's sort of this tiny little area. As you come in, there's no real light around. Let me see if I can help you guys with these. Okay. Yeah, I'll do this, and let's do this. Okay. So yeah, we can sort of see here. Let's do this and this. So I found this is sort of fun to let you guys look around here. If I use the Roll20 dynamic lighting, and then in there's this cool little thing where you guys can see your vision, and your characters can emit sort of a light around you, so you can kind of see what's going on. Okay, so you come into this area. There's stairs going up to your right, and to your left there's a tunnel going down. Which way do you go? Do you go to your right, to the stairs going up, or to the tunnel leading further into this area?
I want to go down the tunnel.
Yeah, bad guys down.
All right, great. So as you come down this tunnel, and you're all sort of following, yeah?
Yes.
Great.
Yep.
So you come to a sort of a break here, where you can go to the, again, you can go to the left where you hear sort of water running, or you can go to the right where the tunnel continues.
Water, there might be a slide.
Bart, you head over to the water. Zinc, Dank, and Kulker?
I like the water idea. I'm pretty filthy.
I'm just sticking with the rest of them.
You're sticking with the rest of them?
I'm gonna see if I can hear. I'm gonna go down the other way a little bit and see if I can hear anything.
Okay. How far are you gonna go down? You can go 30 feet, I say, while they do this. You want to try to go that way?
Yeah, let's go 30. Yeah, 30 feet.
All right. As you're walking, I need you to do a Constitution check.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
19.
You step on a sort of pressure lightning plate that you realize was rigged by Gadinka there, by Pettifoot, and a lightning bolt sort of shoots down on you, but you jump out of the way. However, you now know about it. Now, Bart and Dank and Kulker, and you also notice again, you're at another place where it goes two ways. You are over at this sort of large pool, and in this pool, there's this giant catfish swimming, and the giant catfish says, "Hello."
I'm gonna jump in.
Bash the fish. Bash the fish.
All right, you jump into this catfish, which is like, it's this pool that is pretty deep, and you can see, I think, water sort of coming through the top, and another sort of hole. It goes down, but where you can't see. And this fish is, the size of a horse wagon. This is a large fish, and it goes, "Whoa, welcome. I haven't seen anyone here except that crazy gnome."
May I ride you?
Of course. Please, I love to be fondled by dwarves.
I'm going to mount the catfish.
This is taking a real turn. Gosh, turn off your camera.
He says, he sort of makes a sort of sort of catfish neigh, and he begins to swim in circles with you on his back. This is fun.
I say, how deep can you take us?
I can take you down to the sinkhole, but I can't fit through it.
Take me down.
So, you go down, you use your dwarven resilience to hold your breath, and at the bottom, you can see there is a sinkhole which is about 4 feet and seems to be dripping, the water is going down, sort of funneling down to something.
I still have, quite some time I can hold my breath, so...
You can hold your breath for,
Can I fit into the hole? Into
yes,
the sinkhole?
A dwarf or a halfling good fit. You might get stuck further down. It does seem to narrow.
You mounted it. You went down on it. You might as well go through the hole.
Listen, with my 5 hit points left.
Now, Kulker, as this is going, you are a druid of the aquatic school. Seeing this catfish, I think you would recognize as a druid that this is an awakened animal. That some other druid awakened this catfish, and taught it to speak Dwarvish. Of course, Kulker, if you wanted to, transform to any marine creature, you have that ability as a
This
druid
is true.
of the ocean. So, how do you respond, Kulker, as you see this catfish take Herbert down into the pool?
Oh shit! It's talking catfish.
and Bart?
It's a witch! Kill it!
All right. Before we find out what is happening with that story,
We know it's not a witch because it doesn't float.
Ooh, well pointed.
Zinc, you now see 2 different passages. One is leading sort of below you, and one's leading in front of you. What do you do?
Let's go below.
You come down into this room down here. This is a room that has wooden desks around it. There's mining picks, there's chairs, there's straw mattresses, but everything is destroyed and rotten. You have the sense this room hasn't been used for 100 years as you look around it. There's nothing of value in it. There's skeleton bones, there are some dwarven skeleton bones, but they aren't animated. And you wouldn't even know she's found them yet, Bart. You're yelling at the witch catfish. All right, Herbert, you're at the sinkhole.
Okay. I'm going to. How far down do you think I am?
You're probably, I'd say, about 35 feet below the water now.
Okay. I'm going to take my rope out and tie my little water bag to it and let it float to the top, and then tie it to my wrist. And hopefully somebody will know what that means. And then I'm going to continue further into the sinkhole.
All right. You start to go down the sinkhole. Bart and Kulker, you see a water bag up. How much rope did you give yourself?
I have 50 feet.
50 feet. All right. So you see this rope. You see this little water bag at the top. What are you doing, Kulker and Bart?
Herbert! He turned into a bag! Save him! I jump in and try to save the bag.
Yeah. All right. You swim over to the bag. You realize it's a bag attached to a rope. And the catfish, you can see the rope going down into the darkness. What do you do now, Bart?
I got a yank on it, I guess. Save it.
Give it a minute.
Are you pulling it up or down?
Hey, witchfish. But why did Herbert turn into this bag?
The catfish says,
Did you curse him?
I believe
Did you curse him?
he is exploring the sinkhole beneath us. I haven't seen it used for years, but I used to hear things down there. Of course, the building of something. And the sea hags came through here recently, but they went up high to the lake above me, I believe.
Any skeletons?
I have seen skeletons walking through the halls, but none are in this pool.
Oh, well then I don't want to go there. I'm here for skeletons.
So you swim out?
Yeah, please turn Herbert back into Herbert. That bag is weird.
Okay, Kulker?
I'm just kind of staring in disbelief at what I'm seeing.
All right.
And I'm not talking about the talking fish. I'm talking about Bart.
Zinc?
No other exits of this room that I can tell?
Room, no.
Okay, let's go back the way I came and go a little bit further down if I
I
have
imagine
that
you
much
jump
space.
over the thing. So you
Yes.
come down here, and there is a door, a stone door that is shut. Behind that door, you can hear the rattling of some sort of bones moving across the space.
Can I take that little ring and peep
You
through?
can. You look into the room and you see 12 armored skeletons with swords sort of shuffling about in the room.
I do the success kid fist to myself. Bart's gonna be so happy about this. And I'm gonna go a little bit further down
Okay.
past the door.
All right. We need to go back to the previous map with you, Dank. So, Dank, what's going to happen is you go down 20 more feet, and then everyone at top sees Dank's water bag disappear. And Dank himself falls into a waterfall. See if I can get this. Figure out how to make this so you can see. Okay, give me a second. I'll do it this way. So you can see everything. All right. So, Dank, you fall, it doesn't need to be two of you, down this sort of waterfall. And what you're going to see in this area is, sorry, do this again so you can see, is this sort of giant cavern. Inside this cavern, there are... there's a waterfall that you're in. It's got diamonds all around it that are sort of glowing, and falling down into another waterfall sort of further down that also has diamonds. You can see in the distance, you can see these huge stalagmites. So the sound of water falling fills this space. There's tiny glowworms that hang from the ceiling, looking like a starlit sky, and water gushes from the hole you just fell through into this large pool 20 feet off the ground, and then it falls down into smaller waterfalls near ground level, descending 10 feet deep. You have fallen through the sinkhole. Down around you, you can see these stalagmites that have these sort of towers built into them. So as you sort of fall, you realize that you have found this whole civilization down here. And in these huge stalactites with all these different towers, there are all of these sort of dark elves living inside of them.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. Do they appear friendly?
They are looking at you with great concern. And they're sort of high up. Some of them are on these different balconies. Like, these things go way up, and there's sort of all these stalactites that are carved into these luxurious, amazing, different formations.
I do speak Elvish.
Yes.
So I'm going to greet them and say, "Forgive my trespasses. Who are you?"
One of the dark elves steps off of her balcony and sort of descends, levitating to the ground. She finds you, and she says, "Dwarf, we haven't seen one for 2 years. We had hoped you had left us forever. Have you returned for more of our shards?"
Shards?
Yes, have you returned for more shards? She sort of looks around and is like, dwarves are so stupid. Yes, you are
When
here.
you fart, but we shouldn't trust it.
I'm going to say in Elvish again. No, I have sworn fealty to the Elvish people, and I do not want any of your shards.
She
But
says,
what are they?
We are not elves. We are drow.
So sorry. I don't see race.
I think you get inspiration.
And then I'm going
get
to
inspiration
dive,
for
I'm
that
going to
too,
dive
Jake.
into the water.
You're gonna try to escape? You're gonna try to swim up the waterfall and back up the sinkhole?
I'm going to say, carry on, and I'm going to try to climb up the rock face behind the waterfall.
You did have a rope that you attached. Now, although it pulled below the surface, it did not come all the way down. Do you want to try to use rope to climb back up?
Oh yeah, if it's like stuck in the sinkhole, I can
Yes.
start climbing up.
Yes. You start climbing up. The drow do not follow you. They just sort of watch you leave, and as they watch you leave, coming between the stalagmites, you notice a diamond golem that is a huge, like gargantuan, 20-foot tall creature that you sense could kill you in a heartbeat. That is going to take you back to the mines, and we are back at the pool where you initially left. And you have come up out of the water now. Anything you want to say to your friends?
Does anybody know anything about, what are they called? The not elf elves?
In this world, no one would have
Does anybody know anything about a drow?
No one would have heard of drow in this GaienBerr world we are creating. You've never heard anything like this. No one has heard anything like this.
I think there's a very powerful civilization beneath us, and if we play our cards right, maybe they can help.
What was it like being a bag?
Buoyant.
What?
Buoyant.
Okay.
I don't think he knows what that word means.
Shh, quiet.
Okay. Yeah.
We can return back at another time.
Well,
But that was weird.
Hey, Fish Witch, can you give me any more hit points? I'm kind of bleeding pretty hard, and I really want to kill some skeletons without dying immediately.
the awakened catfish says, my name is Whiskers. Not Fishwitch. Fishwitch is a terrible sandwich.
I'm sorry, fish sticks?
He says, I do not have fish sticks. No, Whiskers. I do not like you, elf. But I like this dwarven fellow who went down the sinkhole. I bestowed this upon you. And he coughs up a cloak of the manta ray.
Why, thank you, Whiskers. I shall wear it always.
So you added fish vomit to all the other things you put on yourself?
Oh yeah, do you still have the
I'm gonna put on.
the mask?
I still have the mask. It's like pulled down. It's pulled down now, like around my chin. You know.
Oh, it's a hoax.
Yeah. What is? Can you tell me about this cape of the manta ray?
The Whiskers Says, yes, the cloak of the Mentoray. This is a wonderful piece of armor that will also let you swim very fast and breathe underwater.
I love it. Thank you. Now, Whiskers, do you know about this civilization that lives beneath that sinkhole?
All I know is that, 800 years ago, when the dwarves and elves first met, they exchanged emissaries, ambassadors with each other. And the dwarves, fearing that the elves would be spies, locked them up as prisoners of war and never let them go, and kept them imprisoned down below. I believe these are their ancestors 800 years later.
Wow. Great.
I have a question, Filet-O-Fish. How long have you been pooping on that society?
I'm 1,000 years old.
Okay, I was just wondering. Because it's got nowhere else to go.
Lots of poop. All right, I'm going to come back to this lake.
Okay. So, Zinc, what are you doing? Let's check in on you now. So you have discovered this sort of stone door. You've looked through. You've seen all these skeletons behind it. What is your next move?
I'm gonna keep moving forward.
All right.
Down into this tunnel.
You come down even further. There's another sort of branching section here, and then there's a path going straight ahead.
Let's see what this branch is.
You come down into the branch. Again, there is a bedroll and some different barrels and things. There is another path there, but the stone has caved in, so you can't go any further to see what is in that other place without a great effort of removing all the stone. You would need to take an hour and lots of hard work to sort of clear out the stone and see if there's anything beyond it.
Can I put the ring against the stone?
You can. The ring can go 2 feet through the peephole ring, but 2 feet you see more stone, so it's clearly deeper than that.
Okay. All right. This might be a job for our smasher basher friend. So let's go back to where we came.
All right. You go up here. You see this passage leading forward. Are you going all the way back to your friends, or are you going to explore more?
No, I want to go a little further.
You come down. You see a pool, and you see some steps leading up into another area.
I'm going to take the steps because I can't swim.
When the steps come up, you find a sort. The tile changes, and you can see steps behind you, leading to some sort of dirt that is caved in, and you are on this sort of finely crafted tile. You're in a room. You can see sort of columns in front of you, and above you, you can see sort of more tile leading up, and then in the distance, I would say you can see a little bit of the telltale signs of insanity mist.
Eep. Okay. Let's go back where we came.
Okay. All right. So you go all the way back, and what do you tell the folks as you get all the way back to them?
Well, first I'm going to notice that Herbert is wearing a very cool cape. Where'd you get that cape, man?
Oh, my pal Whiskers.
Hello.
And then I'm going to rise up a little bit.
Whiskers.
You'll see that I'm riding this catfish.
Don't
Hello,
ask.
Whiskers. What was down there?
He turned into a bag and then made out fish witch.
That.
What did you do in the
Um,
water?
So let me tell you, there is an ancient society of elves that are not elves. They think that they're not elves, but they actually are descendants of elf prisoners. And they this elaborate society, and I think they're highly advanced. And I think we could maybe enlist their help.
Would I have ever heard about any of this
No.
with my
Not
intelligence?
not what he just said.
No.
No.
Okay. Did they speak? Did they speak?
They speak Elvish.
Elvish?
Yes. Which I spoke to them briefly, but
Okay.
I couldn't risk pissing one off, so I just left.
I'm an elf.
Oh, now you remember.
I don't know if you're going to be the best diplomat. No offense.
You're a
There is also, might I note, a very large stone golem-y kind of thing.
Bart,
yeah.
what are elves' favorite things? Not your favorite thing. Elves' favorite things.
So not bashing.
No.
They like flounce around in their perfect hair and like shoot arrows and be boring.
But also, let us remember that they don't believe that they're elves. They're calling themselves some other thing, but they actually are elves. But I wonder if they still like moonlight.
Would
confused.
one of them come up here?
I can. Yes. Does someone else breathe underwater?
It does who?
Does somebody else have like underwater breathing
I
capabilities?
can turn into a creature that does.
I can totally do it, but then I choke a lot.
I'm gonna ask Kolker to come with me.
Okay. I will take the form of a large talking catfish.
A small one. We gotta fit through a hole.
I can only turn into an animal I've seen. Have I seen a small catfish?
No, but you've seen a koi.
Okay, I'll turn into a koi.
Great. All right. If I tug this bag, or no, the bag disappears. Never mind. Carry on. So I'm gonna take my koi fish.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna go back down.
In Cloak of the Manta Ray?
Ooh,
Yes.
wait. Take a bar of the mithril to give to them.
Okay. A boon. So I will take the gift.
All right. So you take the gift from Bart, and you guys.
Hey,
No, but you're the one that took all the.
Okay, we'll bring it
bars.
back.
You may recall.
yeah.
You guys
Crunchy.
come back down. You fall back through the water, and you make your way back. This time with a koi fish. You see the stalactites carved into all these different houses. Each one of them, some of them have gates. It is some whole village down here. The woman you were talking to before sort of comes down. Now this diamond golem, this 20-foot tall thing, is right in front of you, and she says, "Oh, you have returned, dwarf. Are you here to trade?"
I'm just going to get to my knees and then present this mithril bar and say, I need nothing in return, but I would like for you to have this gift.
Her eyes grow wide, and she says, "We do not exchange gifts without returning. We want to owe no favors to a dwarf." And she snaps her fingers, and some dark shards are given to you. These are sort of glowing and writhing. And she says, "Here, we found these over the last few years. They are from the catastrophe, just like Queen Gorngrinch wanted." And she lays down these two writhing shards wrapped in a fabric, and she takes the mithril, and she says, "Be gone now."
Guys, I'm gonna say, wait. Instead
As
of
you say that, everyone
the shards
gasps.
is a gift.
All the other drow are like,
Take shards.
I say this isn't a fair trade. This is far too valuable. Instead of receiving these shards, might one of you come up to the surface, to the world above, and talk with my friends?
her
Perhaps we can reach.
as she turns towards you, her eyes are just full of fury, and she says, "You insult matron Medusa by asking her to go to the surface, evil surface dweller. You have 10 seconds to leave Diamond Hades and never return." And she starts counting down, and the diamond golem starts walking towards you.
I'm gonna grab the shards then, and then shimmy up my rope as fast as I can. And I'm gonna grab my koi too.
Can you climb one-handed, or where are you putting the koi?
I'll just stick him in the sling of my mask, and then
Oh, those
go.
stinky shards.
He said you have your mask of the loincloth, the nutsack of the Grimlock, and you have stuck inside.
Stick the koi in there.
So there's evidence of shards and sharts.
Yes.
You
And say thank you. Goodbye.
You succeed, and you come back out with these crazy sort of shards that are like moving, these pieces that seem to be moving, and almost like they're portals to another dimension.
I burst my way back into halfling form, not caring about the fact that I'm probably going to kick Herbert in the face as I do.
Oh, wait.
What do you need me for?
For moral support. That was scary. And then I'm
I was
going
a
to
fish the whole time.
But if you needed to transform, you could have.
Hey,
You give me a chance.
are those eels? Those are delicious. I grab one of the shards.
I'm going to hold them close, run over to Zinc, show them to her, and say, "Arcana, check this."
Guys, I'm hungry. Give me one.
I will
Not
do an Arcana
food.
check on that.
You don't know what food is.
Go ahead.
Natural 20 plus 5.
All right. So you would recognize this as something very dangerous. You would know that when the catastrophe happened, when whatever it was, some asteroid hit GaienBerr and split into pieces, and created magic on this planet. These are pieces of that asteroid. They are used. You've heard rumors about it, that these are used by sorcerers. Did you touch this without cloth, by the way, Keith?
No, absolutely not. I have kept them wrapped up.
Because Bart said he grabbed it. You grabbed it with cloth. The cloth. Around.
Yeah.
All right.
I grab.
You must have
They looked. I'm gonna eat it.
You must have opened it to show it to Zink.
No, I had them closed. I had them in like a parcel, and now I've opened the top up but haven't touched it, and they're just lying in a cloth. And Bart can do what he wants, but I have saved myself.
So that's what you would know. This sort of dark piece of material is sort of flowing with the most powerful magical energy imagined. And even being this close to it, you start to all feel kind of crazy.
I'll take one.
No. You will not take one.
I could take one. You guys stole my whatever it was that I took, and it's only a fair trade. I get some of it.
Is his hammer hollow?
His warhammer.
Is his head hollow?
No, his warhammer is not hollow.
But what about my skeleton basher?
No, that is a bone.
Okay.
I feel like I need to get these out of my hands soon. So
Wait,
if there's
yeah. You said that some of the spikes had broken off. Is there a hole from one of the broken spikes?
Yes, there is a little hole from one of the broken spikes.
All right, I jam one in the hole and make it a super skeleton smasher.
I'm gonna go with that.
All right, you have now a sort of dark catastrophe shard sticking out of the spike club.
Yes, a skeleton catastrophe smasher. I'm gonna rename it.
We'll see what happens when you use that.
Yes.
Speaking. Yeah.
Is there anything near around that I can fashion into a little that I can artificer tinker into like a little cage?
There's a lot of stone and rubble around. You could make a little cage out of some of the wood you had seen crash in the other room.
Okay. Yeah, I want to. I'm gonna do that so that we don't touch anything.
Now, while you're doing that, appearing in the air with a poof next to Jamin is Puff Lion, the gnome. And he appears next to you and he goes, Herbert Dankweed?
Puff Lion the gnome?
He's wearing his little beret. He says, yes, I didn't know if the spell would work. I tried to make sure I just had your old wine glass from yesterday, but I can't.
Are you a magic dragon?
No, that doesn't matter. What matters is, goblins are attacking Adventurers Hall. Most everyone is dead, and Magus Athalia sent me to try to find you to help save the town.
All right. Do you know the way out of here?
If we all gather heads, I think I can cast a teleportation spell.
Cool.
And
Can do you have any healing potion before I do that?
I have some of my wine.
Great, give it.
He takes out a little flask of his bad red wine that tastes like Chardonnay.
Pound it. I pound it.
And he says, everyone, put your hands together and say narrative.
Narrative.
Plot contrivance. Move the story forward.
You are immediately, with that spell word, you are immediately transported.
Deus Ex, we have to move on.
You are immediately transported to Adventurers Hall, where there is a huge fight going on. You can see dead adventurers all over the place, and you can see Puff Lion is there, Theseus, the elf who run bows and bloods, there, and Reverend Amber is there. You can also see 5 goblins around a large orc, and at the top of the stairs, you can see Magister Thalia fighting. She is fighting up on the 2nd floor against several goblins herself, and also up with her is the dwarven guy who trained you, and there's a huge fight going on. What are you guys gonna do? And you can see red mist all over.
I'm going to securely fashion my mask and hop into one of the bedrooms and take a short rest. Call me when you need me.
Dake, which are you running through the quickest way?
Oh, we're over there. Okay, hold on.
The quickest way would be to jump. You're on the 1st floor, not the 2nd floor. So
okay.
The quickest way would be to jump through one of those little gnome booths where you first got the orders and back into one of their little beds.
Done. I'm going over there.
All right, you jump and start to run down the hallway.
Good night.
What about you, Bart?
Well, as much as I'd like to take like 3 long rests in a row, it's time to start bashing.
So you're just gonna run in, right?
Yeah.
All right. You see that there's red mist in front of you. Does that stop you at all?
Is there anybody between me and the red mist? that I can bash?
No, but there are people just beyond the red mist that you can bash.
Then I don't think I have a choice, do I? I'm bashing the crap out of them. Maybe the red mist will give me powers.
All right, make a Constitution saving throw for me.
It'd be an 11.
An 11. Okay. I need you to reduce your wisdom by 1d4, I believe. Let me check. Is that right, or is it more than that? Yeah, I need you to reduce your wisdom by 2d6. 2d6.
2d6.
Yes.
Hell yeah. 7.
And what is your wisdom score now?
9.
All right, you're okay. You are okay.
I'm already so dumb it doesn't work.
No, if it falls below 2, you kill yourselves.
Oh, I see.
But you are only at 2. So at this point, you're pretty loopy, but you're technically okay.
All right, I don't know. You'll have to do that for me on the character sheet. I don't know how to do that, but
While this is going on, what are you gonna do, Zinc?
God. Would I have remembered, like, is there anything that I need in here? Or I feel like I would run out into the street and see what's going on. Like, I want to see where this mist is. I want to see what else is happening.
You can run out if you would like and see what's going on, yeah?
Yeah, let's run out and, like, kind of sneak, like, kind of duck underneath, like, the windowsill so I can kind of see what's going on.
Oh, so you're not leaving, you're just looking out.
No, I'm leaving, but like
I'm
like up against the place, so that.
Right. As you walk out, you just see tons of dead bodies. All the sort of adventurers that were there, of the sort of, over 24 adventurers that you had seen earlier, they're all dead, either attacked by goblins or killed by their own swords.
Okay. I'm gonna call for that gnome.
For Pufflion?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Pufflion comes out. Yes. He says, yes, yes, well, how can I help you?
Where can we find the antidote?
I don't know. I don't know anything about this mist that's killing everybody. I'm a poor wizard. I don't know this alchemy stuff. I'm not an artificer like you. I thought you might know how to create an antidote.
Who's the potion master in the town?
Dr. Root.
Transport me to Dr. Root.
Put your hand on mine. Say Deus Ex Machina.
Deus Ex.
You disappear. All right. While they're off doing their thing, what are you doing, Kolker?
I'm also stepping out into the street.
Okay.
And I am going to attempt to climb up the outside of the building and see what's going on the second floor.
Ooh, I like that a lot. As you climb up on the outside, you notice that there is sort of a secret set of steps and a door, and I'm going to say you can get in. So you come into this room on the second floor, and you can see down the hallway. What you see down the hallway is 2 goblins fighting Malachite, the dwarf that runs the survival hall, and and sold you your weapons.
Okay. Now, do I still have actions left, or?
Well, what would your next action be?
My next action would be to sneak down the hallway to attack the goblin.
All right, you roll a stealth check, and while you're doing that, what are you doing, Magister Thalia, here?
Well, I'm fighting 4 goblins at this point. So
Yes.
she's got her crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Yes. Well, 3 goblins
Yeah.
and an orc.
She's gonna take a. Oh, excellent. Yeah, she's gonna take a shot first at the. Oh, is that an orc that's in front of me?
Yep.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna take a shot at that orc. That's a 4 to hit.
That's with your proficient added on your bonuses.
Oh, sorry, no. That's an 8 to hit with my that's an 8 to hit.
I was like, well, hold on a second. All right.
Yeah, no. That would have been an 8 to hit. Sorry.
Okay. So that orc that doesn't get through. So you don't quite.
Okay, good. Cool. Then sorry.
You can also though. Do you have? Let me just see. Thalia.
I have an extra attack, so
Yeah,
I'll
you
take
have an
another swing at him with my crossbow. See.
Now he's near you, so if you're gonna fight him with your crossbow, it's gonna be disadvantage. You can fire
I have crossbow X attack, which means that I do not have disadvantage for close range fighting.
Wow.
Well, I read the character sheet.
Wow. All right. So tell me what you get. You have a +9 to hit.
Yeah. That's gonna be a math 17.
Great. And you do a 1d10 + 3. What's that gonna be?
It's gonna be 5 damage. She's a little bit distressed.
You haven't been fighting so strong right now.
Yeah, no. There's been a lot of death today. She's a little bit
all right.
stretched thin.
The cloud of gore is a bummer.
Well, that's going on.
There you go.
Also, Malachite is over here fighting 2 goblins. He takes his axe and swings, killing one of them. But the other one sort of reaches and sort of scratches Malachite across the face. Down below, you have this sort of other orc, down here, this sort of orog, that seems to be the chief, that sort of says something in Goblin to all these guys, and they all turn towards Bart the Basher as this is going on. All right, they all come towards you, Bart. Okay, so let's see. You're stealthily moving down, Seth. Bart the Basher, you are in the mist with 2 wisdom, attempting to fight. Oh, Reverend Amber, while that's happening, she does cast a spell on you, Bart. So Reverend Amber uses her turn to to help you out a little bit. And what she does is she takes out her dwarven symbol, and she starts sort of chanting something in Dwarvish, and she gives you cure wounds. So you can now do 1d8 plus 1 hit points.
Okay. I might be able to take 1 full hit. Shit.
And then while that's happening, Theseus pulls back his longbow and shoots an arrow, and the goblin closest to you is sort of knocked dead with an arrow in it as that happens. Okay. Now, while all that's going on, you appear, Zinc Gadinka, with Pufflight in Dr. Roots, and she goes, "Oh, welcome. This is terrible, just terrible. It's awful what's happening. The town is run amok. There are goblins, people dying. Oh, how can I help you, Zinc? Are you feeling good? Do you have love in your life? Do you feel like you know how to have a relationship?"
I grab him by the lapels and I say, "Antidote to insanity mist or potion of vitality. As many vials as you have. Now."
"Oh, yes, I don't have a antidote to insanity, but potion of vitality. That's my main thing.
Put it in the bag.
She sweeps 6 potions of vitality off of the bookshelf into a bag and hands them to you.
What else do you have? Anti-poisons.
Yes, I do have an anti-poison, and she brings out this is a anti-poison, a toxin, but I don't think it'll work against insanity mist. But who knows? Maybe. And she gives you 2 of those.
Great.
All right.
Perfect.
Then what
Anything
do you do?
else to fight these guys? I'm gonna give her a gold piece. I'll owe you more later. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. And let's get back to. I want to transport back. Let's transport back onto the roof of the building.
Okay. So Pufflion says, "Oh, let's do it! Great!" And he looks at Dr. Root and he says, I'll be back. I didn't know you had all this stuff." And you disappear, and you appear back on the roof. All right, that takes us back to you, Bart.
Yeah. So, do I have a whole bunch of? There's a bunch of people around me, like directly around me. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. You're
Okay.
Yeah.
So, so I'm wondering, right? If with my new catastrophe skeleton smasher, I want to take it out and just whirl in a giant circle, like spin around and try to knock as many of them as I can.
You could get you could get right here, and you could get definitely 2 of them.
All right, let's do it.
Roll an attack roll and tell me what you get.
Oh, natural 20!
All right, and are you going to use this for both your turns rather than using this? You're just going to use the natural 20 to swing for your 2 moves. Is that correct?
Obviously, yeah.
All right, and I imagine you're aiming the catastrophe shard at them.
Well, yeah.
Okay. As soon
They
as,
might go boom. Who knows?
As you hit them, they both disappear. There's this sort of sucking sound, like, and they disappear. They are drawn out of this reality into some other dimension.
Hey, where'd you go? What?
Okay, Jamin, you're trying to sleep during this. Okay, Kulker, you have made your way down the hallway. I think if you're just sneaking, you can actually go 60 feet, so you can get all the way to here. You're not at them yet, but you can see them sort of fighting well. All right, Magister Thalia, what you gonna do?
I can't see any of them yet, can I? Or have I noticed that they've come in?
I think you can see Kulker, and down below, overlooking the balcony, you can definitely see Bart, and that Bart has just swung his axe and teleported 2 creatures into some other dimension, into the Spider-Verse.
I hit him so hard they disappeared.
I think I see them down there and I go to yell, for them to get the hell out. And I see that awesome thing that Bart does. And I go, "Hey, nice." And I give him Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah!
Just from that was pretty rad, my man.
I bashed him.
Yeah, exactly. And then I'm gonna settle back in with these. What's the face you're making with?
Just as you say, I love that Bardic Inspiration, because she is a bard as well as a fighter.
Good.
So as she screams to you, you just feel like so much more powerful suddenly.
I always feel that powerful.
Yeah, but now it's
it goes a little.
Now it's deserved in the first time.
There you Yeah, for real. And then I'm settling in back in with this orc trying to shoot straight through him with my crossbow again.
Okay.
So that's gonna be 13 to hit.
That is, you will just hit him. His AC is 13. Let's say it's half damage.
Very good. And I should have been adding my archery feat, so I've got. That's gonna be a 6 damage.
Okay. This orc,
So 3, I guess.
yeah. So you get to 3. The orc is now. Yeah, he was at 10. So he's now. You did 6 damage, you say? Oh no, half damage 3. Okay. Yeah, he's now at 7 hit points. Okay.
Yeah, it'll be 3 for him.
He now comes
And
back at you with a great axe, and he rolls a 20. That's going to get through your armor class, and that is going to do 9 points of damage to you.
Great. Good.
Now the other attacks are happening. The Malachite tries to spin. He does get it off, and he does a significant hit on that orc, but he doesn't get through. These 3 goblins up here now all fire arrows at Bart.
Hey!
And we have 1 hit.
I did just hit him into a new dimension, so
Yes.
I understand.
1 hit is going to do 5 damage to you. One of those 3 arrows takes 5 damage. What are you at now, Bart?
As many as I need.
What's your hit points now?
4.
Oh, God. All right.
I asked the fish witch for hit points, but nothing happened.
Now, Reverend Amber comes back towards you, and Reverend Amber, she now, oh wow, she sees you and she casts Healing Word at you. You are going to get 1d4 plus 1 hit points back, Bart.
Yeah!
How many is that?
What's the word?
The From Reverend Amber, the word is dogfish head.
Well, we know what Wes is drinking.
That is a terrible name, dogfish head. What,
But it's a really solid IPA, though.
who would drink that?
Like, it's never special, but it's always rock solid.
That's why she knows that you like it. Theseus
Eddie Topper.
takes
Yeah.
another hit at Theseus fires an arrow at the sort of Orog up there and gets through, but he's still standing strong. And then this goblin comes towards you. Can I get him? Yeah. There's another goblin up there that sort of comes towards you. And let's see, he does. He has a +4. That's a 15. Does that get through your armor class, Keith?
Yeah.
He does 5 damage.
Wow, this really feels like quite the rodeo here.
So you're down to 2, right?
3, but yes.
Oh gosh, this is only the tank is fighting.
Yeah, literally, this entire thing.
Well,
Oh no, monsters! Everyone's behind me. Then poof, they teleport, and they're like, "Oh, it's just Bart all by himself."
this guy comes to you, but he's not quite there for you. And let's see, the Orog now jumps down and moves towards Theseus, who is fighting him. Okay, you now have appeared on the top, Zinc. What are you going to do from the second story?
Can I see any entrances to get into the second floor?
Yep, you can see some windows around the side.
Okay, great. I'm gonna climb through one of those windows.
On the right side of the building or the left?
I'm gonna go to the right because I think I would have seen those arrows, and I'm gonna go find out who's shooting those arrows.
All right, you and Puff Lion come into a room with the bedroom that's similar to the one where you first met Magister Thalia.
Offline, are there any secret passages in this place?
Yes, there's a door that lets you escape the building. Maybe we should try that one.
Maybe in a minute.
I think it's a really good idea.
I'm gonna put him. I'm gonna say, you stay here.
Let's go back to
stay here.
Coruscant. It's so nice there.
Just stay here. I'm gonna sneak out the room, and sneak down. Do I see Colker?
You do. As soon as you sneak out, you see Colker.
Okay. I'm gonna come up to Colker.
All right. Well, he's too far ahead of you right now. But
okay, I'll start sneaking up.
Bart, what you gonna do now? You have 2 goblins around you.
I'm gonna teleport them back to Goblin Town.
All right. Tell me what your role is.
Oh, 22.
Are you lying?
I swear I'm not. I rolled an 18. Last time I rolled a natural 20.
You hit them both, and both of them disappear. They are teleported away to some other land. Okay.
Has it been an hour yet?
No, it's been like you basically have just gotten comfortable.
Okay.
You're
Good
just
night.
You're just like, this is fine.
Our entire session hasn't been an hour.
No, this has lasted all day. You started this. You were. It was around noon. This is now dusk. All right, Colker, what you gonna do?
Okay. Sneak in. I want to sneak behind these 3 guys. And attack.
I don't think you. How are you gonna attack them?
With my dagger.
You're just gonna try to hit it in one of their backs.
Well, I mean, are they wearing armor?
These goblins, they do have leather armor on. They are wearing.
Okay, then in that case, I'm gonna stay over here, right behind this corner. And I'm going to cast. Thunderclap. Thunderwave.
To sort of move them back is your attempt, right? That will work. So it's a 15-foot cone. So
is
you
this
could hit them all.
what is this whole center section here?
Is
that just like an?
That's looking down into the room below. You can't see it, but that would be looking over the balcony to the room below.
Now, can I guess Thunderwave comes from me, doesn't it? Okay.
You'd have to get behind them and use Thunderwave.
Okay, then I will sneak behind them and use Thunderwave going forward to knock them over the ledge.
Okay, let's see. It's a 15-foot cone. That's going to work. And let's see. They have Dexterity +2. I think it's a DC 12. Is that right?
This is failed. This is on a failed save. Constitution saving throw.
Oh, Constitution saving throw. And I think it's a DC 12, let's say. So, right? So let's see. We have a 19, a 2, and a 9. So 2 of them go over the top. As soon as you roll that, 2 of them sort of just bump right down and fall down below. The one remaining survives. He sort of grabs on and pushes. Now the 2 that fall below, we are 40 feet up. Let me see what happens here. That's bludgeoning damage, and each of them is going to take fall damage they're going to take, let's see, D6 plus the amount of a 20-foot fall. So let's say 2d6 on both of them, and the first is a 3, the second is a 6. That's 9 total. Each one of these guys has 7 hit points, so you kill them both.
Yeah.
Those
And
goblins.
the third guy takes half of. And the third guy says, I think, takes half of 2d8 damage.
Yeah. So the third guy. So roll and tell me how many it is. 13?
13.
He actually has it worse.
So
because he sort of
half of that.
steps on it, and then it's sort of pushed up and exploded against it.
Well, no, he takes half of that.
Half of
so
13. Okay, oh, you're right. So let's say
yeah,
he takes 6.
It's half of because he didn't fail the
So
throw.
he takes 6.5. He has 7 hit points. He is pretty much. He has half a hit point left. He is.
Colker the Destroyer.
You're right. He's not dead, but he probably wishes he was dead at this point. Okay. What are you doing now? Jamin, you're still sleeping. What are you doing, Magister Thalia?
Yeah. I mean, first and foremost, I guess first off, I'm going to be shooting this orc again with my crossbow, and I'm getting a little upset about it. That's going to be 27 to hit that time, because
that you hit him like he's never been hit before.
Yeah, fuck yeah, it does. And then that's gonna be a 9 damage on the first attack, and then I'm gonna attack him again.
No, you don't
with
need
the crossbow.
That crossbow that does 9 damage.
Oh, did I?
It goes right through him, and it takes his heart out on the other side.
Perfect. Oh hell yeah! And then I think through that hole in his heart, I see Colker doing that awesome stuff, and I give him a little wink, and I go, hell yeah. Bardic inspiration.
Is that a bardic inspiration wink?
That is my bardic inspiration, a little wink through a hole in the chest of a dying orc. That's for you. That's for you, little buddy.
All right, Keith, what are you going to do with your bardic inspiration?
Well, what can I do with it?
Well, there's one. You're down on the below. You're still in the mist with your 2 wisdom. There is one Orog that is attacking Theseus. That. Let's see. Can you get to it? You can.
I mean.
Let's see.
I mean, I'll make it very simple. I want to bash something. Like, not a lot of mystery in it. So if there's a guy I can reach.
So you're going to give you basically get a, you can use it to add to an ability check, an attack roll, or a saving throw. You can use that bardic inspiration. It's like you get an extra die for whatever you want.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, I'll save it and smash something.
Okay. So you're going to come down 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. You can't quite get to him, but you can sort of move towards him with that. Reverend Amber now moves into the... Ooh, she fails. Oh, gosh. This is bad.
It's okay. It doesn't make any difference.
Yeah, it does. Reverend Amber's wisdom goes completely down, and she takes out her dwarven symbol, which is 2 axes, and she just starts plunging it into her chest over and over and over again. She should really not have gone into the insanity mist.
Oh, no.
And the Orog, he rolls an 11 plus 6. That does get through Theseus's armor, and he is going to do, with his great axe, 10 damage. So let's see what this guy does. Theseus has right now 18 hit points. So one more hit like that, and Theseus is in real trouble. Okay. Okay. So now, let's see. Bart, you're down there. This guy, Theseus tries his arrow. It does not get through, and he's at disadvantage. So he's a bowman fighting an Orog at close range. Up here to the top, what are you now doing, Zinc?
Is there anyone over here that needs to be blasted, or is everyone gone? Is everyone dead on this side?
There's still one goblin that you can see. You can see Malachite fighting.
Okay, great. Let's. How far am I from him? And am I behind him? Can he see me?
You're about like 90 feet away from him. 90 to 100 feet away from him. You're at one end. He's sort of at the way other end.
Would Malachite be able to get out of the way if I were to firebolt the goblin? Is there anywhere for him to go?
I think he could get out of the way. Yes.
Oh, you muted.
I think he could get out of the way. Yeah.
Okay, I want to try to firebolt this.
Okay. Okay. So you're gonna go 30 feet and then try a firebolt, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Go ahead. Tell me what you do.
19.
You have to roll with disadvantage because he's so far away.
Okay. So.
Roll one more time.
24.
Oh, 19's gonna do it with your spellcasting modifier for sure. All right. How much damage does that firebolt do?
8 fire damage.
Compared to what he had already done to him, you totally burned that guy. So that guy just disappears. He is entirely burned up. Okay. This brings us back down to Bart.
Yeah!
What you gonna do, Bart?
Oh. All right, I'm gonna go Catastrophe Skeleton Smasher and Warhammer. Boom, boom.
Right. What do you do?
I do. All right, first one is 7, so he does not get teleported. Oh, and 4, he doesn't. Nothing happens.
Nothing happens to this guy.
Yeah, but think about what I did before.
Yeah, Kulker, what are you gonna do with your half a hit point goblin in front of you?
Just gonna poke him with my dagger.
Just like a little bink. That little bink sort of sends him over the edge to where he falls and explodes into goblin pieces and parts. Magister Thalia, what are you doing now up from the second floor?
Herb is still sleeping, right?
Yeah, Dank's sleeping.
Does Bart look like he's doing badly?
Yes, you just watched Bart swing his great axe and this sort of spiked club with some strange writhing shard in it, and he missed the Orog both times.
Right, but does he look low on HP?
He looks like he is bleeding profusely all over, and many of his arms look bruised and bit in strange places.
Some of my insides are outsides.
Am I within 60 feet of him?
You are not, but you are higher than him. So I would say you could try to hit this Orog with disadvantage with your crossbow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Then I will... Yeah, then I'll shoot for that guy. And that's a... Oh, excuse me. 22 to hit.
That gets through. And how much damage you do?
That's gonna be 12. Yeah, 12. No. Yeah, 10 to hit.
Oh,
Or no, 10 damage rather.
10 damage. This guy, it goes right through his heart. This guy falls to his knees. He's not dead yet, but he's so weak he might as well be.
You're a heartbreaker.
Zinc, what are you doing? Yeah? Go ahead. What are you going to say, Thalia?
Just that I was going to. Sorry?
You have 2 weapon. I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah, that I was gonna hit. That I was gonna go for him again.
Okay. Roll with disadvantage.
If I got. Oh, with disadvantage?
Uh-huh.
No. That's. That's 15?
15, I don't think is going to do it. His armor is 18. That's not going to get through.
No. All right. Tried.
Zinc, what are you doing? You're now on the 2nd floor up here.
Yeah. Let's no one else is over here, right? Everyone's gone.
Everyone's gone. You can see Malachite sort of in front of you, not too far off.
Okay. I want to go to the 1st floor and run over, see what's going on the other side.
How are you going to get there?
Let's go the same way I came. So out the window, down the stairs.
Yeah, the secret stairs that you found?
Yeah.
Okay. That gets you to the bottom of the stairs. Not quite. You find this sort of secret door that clearly they use to get in and out. Okay, so that takes you down there, and then Jake, you're still sleeping. Theseus gets a shot, and does Theseus get 18? Yes, he does! And that does it. So this guy is completely killed with Theseus's arrow. Still alive are Pufflion, hiding in a room, Theseus, Magister Thalia, and Malachite. And you guys sort of killed all of these, and that's going to be, let's see. Oh, wait, no, sorry. That's going to give you all 150 hit experience points, and I'm going to give you another 150 for this. Before we end, I'm going to let Magister Thalia have the last word. Also, I want to give a shout out. This is Morgan Werder, who did all of the maps, who did the amazing map of Onbeto Town and the map of GaienBerr that we're using, that are all just astonishing maps. So before we leave, Morgan, is there anything you want to tell our party?
Wow. All right. Well done, all of you. I honestly thought that you had died somewhere along the way. I didn't see you. I didn't hear from you. I thought that any number of things underneath the dwarven castle had gotten to you. But well, you're missing one. Where's the...
He's sleeping. He's sleeping.
Good.
Heroically napping.
Well, if he's somewhere in this building, we're going to have to get him out before he's smothered by these fumes. Let's move to open air, shall we?
I need to smash the dead guy. Look for skeletons and candy.
Gonna keep good. While he smashes shit, I'm gonna go sting through the rooms, grab Herb once I find him, pull him outside. I'll be waiting for them there once they've... Yeah, I can hit you with healing word, my friend, but you're going to die if you stay in that building. I'll wait for them outside.
I was back with Whiskers. We're having the best time. Where am I?
My friend, I think you've been indulging in sweet weed a bit too often.
Were you dreaming of a dog named Simon?
Distantly. That rings a bell.
Is Bart still smashing inside, or are we all out?
Have I found the skeleton or the candy?
I pull Bart outside and give him a potion of vitality, which helps from some cures disease or poison affecting you.
Ooh, Bart.
You're moving exhaust.
You get your 10 wisdom back.
I never had a 10 wisdom.
What was it, 9?
Yeah.
You are restored to your nearest former 9 self.
Yay, I'm smart.
You're just slightly below average.
Yeah. But now I'm vital. I'm vital where it counts. If you know what I mean. Wink.
I'm going to ask Master Thalia, what is the next thing that this town needs? Obviously, we are covered in insanity mist, but what's next for us?
I can't say what we're going to need to take quite some time here in Onbeto town to recover from what has obviously been a tragedy of great renown. What is next for you is going to be, I believe you are all owed a red rune. You completed the quest, and by my accounts, you are well deserving of this honor. If you would accept it.
Rad rum.
We will accept.
I don't know what that is, but yeah.
I just pat Bart on the back and go, "You've had a big day, bud. You've had a big day. Why don't you sit down?"
I want bacon for my bacon.
That's good. Have a little bacon, bud. We are unequipped at this time to give you the elven mail that you were promised. It will be provided for you if you would just make your way to Crorasad's. They'll be able to give you your first installment of your lifetime salary as well as the elven mail that you are all owed.
You already have an elven mail.
Aren't they supposed to bring mail to you?
Oh, yeah.
We're not participating.
If not for everyone in the town being gassed, we would have brought it straight to you, bud. What was that, Zinc?
I sigh and give a knowing nod.
Yeah, I look knowingly at Zinc and give the same sigh of many women who have had to deal with men who smash through their lives. Yep. But that is all that I can offer you at this time is to send you to Croasad's to receive what you are well due. Thank you for your heroism and for your assistance. We lost many great adventurers today, and if it had not been for you, we would have lost more.
So I say you're welcome.
But you would have lost us.
You're welcome.
Oh, I'm sorry, are you awake? Did you wake up for your nap?
Oh, yeah. I'm just like picking eye boogers out of my eyes.
You know, you could have helped us a bit, Herbert.
I take the red rune and I say, well earned.
I don't have a red rune. I don't think that you listened. I grab him by the shoulders and I go, "Get the hell out of this town before I hate you."
There you go.
I know the way.
I think that is
Can I take a nap first?
A great place to end this session.
Get the hell out of here.
We will pick up at this place next week for session 3, and we'll decide if you guys go straight to Corsads, if Zinc Gadinka tells Bart about the skeletons she found, if any more investigation happens. Thank you, Morgan, for being our first cameo appearance. Thank you for doing these amazing maps for us, and we'll be back next Monday at 8. Thanks, guys.
Woo!
Bye.
Bye-bye.